Well, it's another day in the United States and another several mass shootings. Remember, even when they don't make the news, there are typically a number of mass shootings every day in the United States. Yesterday, there was one that did make national news. It took place at the Covenant School, which is a Christian private school in Nashville, Tennessee. As of right now, we believe 6 people were killed, as well as the shooter. 3 children, 3 staff members were among the dead. The shooter has been identified as a 28-year-old former student killed by responding police officers. And very quickly, the sum total of the narrative from the American right wing has become that the shooter was trans, and thus everything from drag shows to gender affirming care are to blame. Oh, and psychiatric medications as well are to blame for what took place. The shooter had no criminal record and had attended this school at an early age. According to the Tennessean, the shooter was a trans man who used male pronouns. And immediately, this is the sort of reaction that we get from anti-trans activist Matt Walsh. Always remember what happened at the Covenant School. Remember what happened to those innocent victims, to those children. We are facing a truly demonic evil. Never forget that. Radical Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene says, quote, "How much hormones like testosterone and medications for mental illness was the transgender Nashville school shooter taking? Everyone can stop blaming guns now." Candace Owens jumping into the mix, saying, when you play Frankenstein with people's body parts, this is code for gender affirming care that sometimes includes surgery. When you play Frankenstein with people's body parts, you can't be surprised when they behave like monsters. A person willing to execute violence upon his or her own body will not hesitate to impart violence onto someone else's, linking, I guess, gender dysphoria to being violent against other people, which doesn't make any sense and has never been demonstrated empirically. Dan Bongino says, quote, "Because it has rarely failed me, I'm going to wait until I have the details of the Nashville attack before offering detailed comments. However, after spending the past 2 hours reading the absolutely grotesque comments by leftists about this incident and the attack on Rand Paul staffer, a sane person can only conclude that we're dealing with demons on the left. If you're sane," says Dan, "you would blame demons. There's no other explanation for their evil. None." That's a very, very interesting take. The now infamous cat turd right-wing account, which has gotten the publicity of Donald Trump reposting their content, cat turd posts, "They've been grooming your children and now they're shooting your children. Seriously, when are you going to stop being afraid and start speaking out against evil? At what point do you stop selling your soul to cave to this woke mob?" Again, groomers to blame. Benny Johnson from the right-wing organization TPUSA, Turning Point USA, tweeting, 3 weeks ago, Tennessee banned child gender mutilation. Today, a transgender committed premeditated mass murder hate crime against Christians, killing 6, including 3 little children. This was an act of demonic vengeance by a movement of mentally ill domestic terrorists. Enough. And then Laverne Spicer tweeting, "The anti-Christian rhetoric in our nation has now resulted in a school shooting in Nashville, Tennessee." So a couple different things here. First and foremost, there is no evidence whatsoever that drag shows, gender affirming care, demons, or any of it are responsible for this particular shooting. Furthermore, it is abundantly clear that we aren't going to prevent shootings with things like the Stop Woke Act of Florida, or banning drag shows, or banning the amorphous CRT, which they seem...
Okay, dickhead. We're done with you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Rec Room. I'm your host, Johnny Bonsaco. We'll get back to David in a minute. And yes, Pat, I have that video queued up. Yes, I do. Now, y'all noticed he didn't bring up any of the mainstream media's reaction to all this. I was going to talk about this earlier this week, but thankfully Pat did a fucking stream on Wednesday that saved my ass because Johnny was infuriated just by the shit he'd been reading over the last 2 days. This could be the stream that gets me my channel taken out, guys. I'm absolutely done with this nonsense. I'm done with what I saw come out of the media this week, and I'm not saying both sides are right, both sides are wrong. But what I've seen come out of the media is puke-inducing. It's absolutely puke-inducing. I honestly don't understand. And here's the way I handle shit like this. These shootings, fuck whatever tragedy happens. You sit back and you wait. You wait to find out what happened. You wait for the facts to come out. This is one of the things I hate about Twitter is the instant reaction. That Shio posted the headline in our private general, I think it was Monday afternoon, right after this happened. And I went, oh, I can see how this is going to go. Mainstream media is going to drop this like a fucking hot potato. And Twitter is going to blow up over the gun debate. That's what always fucking happens. I did not see the curveball that the mainstream media was going to push this week. I really didn't. That I did not see coming. Because who the fuck would have seen what the media has done this week? I mean, what they've done is just disgusting. And again, both sides are guilty of fucking jumping on this and using it to their advantage. So we're going to try to talk about as much of it as I can. It's kind of funny. Last, I think it was Saturday or Sunday, sat down. I deleted about 500 bookmarks that I had for just streaming here on YouTube. Just delete them. I'm like, shit. Old news. Can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. Can't talk about it. I have 150 new fucking bookmarks just from this week, and it's just like, fuck. And I have tried to streamline things for me. I will only pull 3 to 5 articles a day. So if I pull more than that, I have to go back through my bookmarks and delete them. I did not do that this week. I just let them all stand, and I was going through and going, oh, fuck. So I have a shit ton of stuff pulled up. It's going to take some time to get through. We're going to have reactions from both sides. Most of it is just disgusting. It really is just disgusting. So, well, let's say hello to everybody in the chat. How you doing, Dar, Spud Gun, Johnny Blaze, your boy Pat, which I think he is backstage. Thank God.
Yes, I'm right here. What's going on?
How you doing, my man?
Yeah, I'm sitting right here. Just basically, I was watching YouTube at first, waiting for the thing to click in, and then as soon as I heard my computer going on, and I heard this asshole's voice, and I'm just like,
yes, sorry, man. Sorry. And yes, I do have the video. I do.
Yeah, talking about, like, oh, this happened. And I said, but look what this person said. Look what this right winger said. Look what this person said. You know what's funny? Why didn't he show what he said?
Well, Pat, because he got a lot of anti-Semitic threatening emails that he has still yet to show anybody.
Bull.
That's why.
He's going to, those victims. And he ended up saying he ended up deleting the tweet. Of course, they always do that right there. Oh, I got threatened. Now, no bullshit. You got called out because what you tried to do, like I said, you tried to mock these people. You know what I'm saying? Do all this stuff for kiss ass praise, and what did they do? People called them out on it. But of course, they always somebody threatened me, somebody this and that. It's the same old fucking story, and it gets on my damn nerves.
It is. I did not see the curveball that the media was going to throw this week, though, where it was we need to support the trans community and the trans shooter, and it's not about the transness, and it's not this, and it's not that. And I'm like, so we're just supposed to throw it all away. That's it. We're just supposed to. You were a little bit, but Hey, they don't want the manifesto released. Why not? If this was a white male that had walked into a church, synagogue, or Muslim house of worship, they would have demanded 6 hours after it happened. I want the manifesto. I want it released.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. Rightfully so. That's fucking media's job. But this one, we don't want the manifesto on this one.
Because 9 times out of 10 is going to make transgender people look really bad.
Yeah.
That's why they don't want to release, because I'm pretty sure they done read and they're just like, yeah, if we release this right here, this is going to make the transgender community look like banging.
Yeah, and look, again, we can't start pointing fingers at hormone therapy because we don't know if this person was on hormone therapy. We can't start pointing fingers at medications that deal with depression. We can't do that. Marjorie Taylor Greene needed to shut the fuck up. Stop. You're just bad.
People like Marjorie Taylor Greene get on my nerve because they're just as bad as the people who they goddamn, call themselves fighting against, because Marjorie Taylor Greene uses the exact same tactics as the radical left. That's why I don't like her. And like how you said, you can't sit up here, you can't blame transgenderism or hormone therapy or all that stuff right there and things like that, However, you can blame an evil person doing evil act and all that right there. Just because they so happen to be trans and things like that doesn't mean that you can't call them out.
Absolutely. And if it was a white man, black man, Chinese man, that would be the first thing that's in the headline. Black man blows away, church. White man blows away church. Vietnamese man blows away church. That's going to be one of the first things in the fucking headline.
Now, at this point right now, it's like I'm saying, even if it is they'll recognize there's a man and things like that. But if it's anybody other than a white man, yeah, they're going to do everything they can to hide that identity into it. Finally, just they can't anymore. And then what's the first thing they do? They start making up excuses for it. Yeah, black man shut up this place right here. Let's just delve into it. Why did he do this? Like maybe he was bullied as a kid. Maybe he had a bad childhood. All that stuff right there. However, when you're white, and you do something like this and things like that, this is just typical of them right there.
This is white rage.
Yeah, that's what gets on my nerves. It's like, and that's the reason why they can't, call out, people on the other sides when they do the same horrible shit that they say that white people are always constantly doing, because they don't know how to, they don't know how to do it. They don't have because they build up this whole entire narrative that they don't know how to, basically, let's see, what am I looking for? They don't know how to call out bad apples when they see them.
Oh, they don't. No. Y'all wanted your equality. Guess what? You're getting it. You're fucking getting it. They are reporting the facts as they are, or at least they were. Okay.
Yeah, they don't want equality. They want the nitpick. They want the cherry pick. Equality.
Yeah, and it is disgusting what is coming out of Washington D.C. It's disgusting what's coming out of New York. It's just I'm sitting there and I'm like. President of the United States came out today. It's Trans Awareness Day, by the way, Pat.
Yeah, I saw that right there. It's like,
I'm like, timing is really poor on this one, guys. I'm just saying, timing is really poor.
They don't care because as soon as it happened, the killer was trans, the victim was Christian and things like that. Poor trans people. Because they do that right there. Because, like I said, they spend so much time kowtowing to the trans narrative and things like that, and they need, to keep them on their side in order to keep them, in their, in their fucking, in their positions. So, if they want to keep those trans votes coming for them and things like that, they got to keep,
Okay, let's do this real quick. We are not. Look, I've known Pat for years. This is one of the least judgmental motherfuckers I've ever met on the face of the planet. That's why I love him. When we're talking about, because they're saying, the trans community is under attack. No, it's not. Most of the trans folks I know, and I'm sure Pat knows, they just want to go about their lives, be left the fuck alone, and accept it for who they are. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't need to be out there fucking, waving the flag. You got to accept me, accept my pronoun. No, They just want to live their fucking lives and be left the fuck alone. That's it. But this bullshit of trans people are under attack because we will not allow a 3-year-old to transition. That's what we're going after. That's what we are saying is fucking wrong. You cannot tell me a 3-year-old can't start transitioning or even knows what the fuck that means. My little Johnny, he was not self-aware until he was about 3 or 4. And you're telling me these motherfucking kids at 2 and 3 know that they're trans? Get the fuck out of my face. We do not want an 8-year-old sitting in a goddamn gay bar with a man shaking his junk in his face. This should be common sense. But because you motherfuckers want to press this shit, we're going to push back. That's what we're pushing back against. Look, again, trans, I've worked with trans. I've known trans. I've gone bar hopping with trans people.
Like I said, and we're friends with many trans people.
Yeah, this community has quite a few trans people in it. So we are not going out and saying, and Michael Knowles, it could have worded his shit better. I understood what he was saying, but it was like, Michael, Jesus Christ, you just fucking set the volcano off. You have now given them something to focus on. Transgenderism needs to be eradicated. When it comes to transitioning children, yes, absolutely. After you're 18, 25, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. You do you, boo. That's it.
That's my thing right there. Like, yeah, when you're 18, if you want to transition and all that right there, then fine. Go ahead. It's your decision right there. That's the way, like I said, you'll have the knowledge and you'll have the understanding of knowing, like I said, what the joys and the consequences of, transitioning and all that right there. As kids, you don't have that. You don't understand it right there, And most of this stuff is basically being pushed on them by their parents, because the parent is basically, seeing this right here, like, oh, if I transition my child or things like that, I'm going to get so much attention on me. And the kid, like either the attention or whatever basically is coming with it all right there. But what happens when that attention dies off, and what happens when the problems that they and the stuff that they don't understand, basically the consequences of transitioning and things like that, that they wouldn't basically, it wasn't explained to them and things like that when it started happening, and they're just like, what do I do from this point on right there? Well, I don't like this right here. I want to change back. Yeah, good luck with that right there.
And the people that are speaking out about the fucking the pain, the side effects, all the bullshit that they go through, go watch some of Blair White's videos. Very candid videos about the shit that she has gone through in her transition. Go look at some of these people's videos. When they speak out and they say, hey man, I've been through hell and back transitioning, they get shot down. Oh, you're a transphobe. And wait, what? No. Look, Jazz, you guys talked about it on your stream. Jazz on the TLC network has been doing, what is it, My Life with Jazz or I Am Jazz, something like that. It's all about the kid transitioning. Okay. She told her mom a few weeks ago, look, I have transitioned. I'm on all the hormones. I've had the surgery. I am no happier now. My mental stability is no better. And her mom made her eat shit for it.
Yeah, because the mom doesn't care. You're gonna do this because mommy needs this. That's the only thing that's going through the moms.
Yeah. It is mind-blowing. The people that come out and say, y'all aren't getting the full story about this. And a person that is on millions of fucking TVs every week transitioning comes out and says, this has done nothing to help me. I'm still just as fucked up as I was, 6-8 years ago. And she's eating shit for it. I being the parent, you would think that she would go to TLC and say, hey, we need to take a break here. I need to find out what I can do for my kid to get them in a better place.
Because it's not about the child. Yeah. It's all about her. It's all about the mom.
And it's not like the mom's going through this shit. No. Mom ain't going through any of this shit.
But she's loving the attention. She's loving the money.
Paycheck. Yep.
And the doctors are definitely loving the money. Because that's the sickest part right there, man. That the doctors are in on this bullshit right here, knowing this stuff has dangerous, but they don't care as long as they get that sweet money.
Yeah, that's something that has just eaten me up. Is we've seen the American Medical Association, the National Nurse Association, the American Pediatric Association, all come out and say transitioning, puberty blockers, hormone replacement. This is all good. This is all good.
Yeah, good for their paycheck, good for their pocket.
Okay, and when they come out and say this is all good, people ask, well, where's your proof? Where are the studies on this shit? Oh, well, we have this one study. Yeah, what about the 10 studies that say we're not sure that we're doing the right thing here? What about go look at Europe, go look at Sweden, Finland, Great Britain. There are a number of European countries that have put the fucking brakes on this transitioning bullshit because they're saying, oh, we may have fucked up here. We may not know the consequences of our actions by transitioning these children at such a young age. And stop fucking telling me puberty blockers are reversible. They're not. Fuck you. We have no idea what they do to the brain. We have no idea what they do to bone density. We have no idea what they do to the body long term. Fuck you. We don't know.
In my opinion, it's basically like this. It's like they know they're creating a problem. They're creating a huge, gigantic problem. But they're creating a problem just so they can say way on down the road that, oh, we got a problem right here and we need to fix it, and try to pretend like they didn't have nothing to do with that problem from the get-go.
Yes, but exactly. There's a kids' hospital that said that their trans surgery was funding half the fucking hospital. And that's another thing that people aren't, again, why wouldn't, I question my doctor on fucking everything. When I was in pain management, I had to go see 2 doctors a month and 1 doctor every 3 to 6 months. Okay. To, keep dealing with pain management. I don't know what these trans kids have to do. I really don't. I've read a couple of stories about, some of the hardships. Some of it sounds pretty fucking easy. It's like, wow, that easy to get your dick cut off. Holy fuck.
Okay. Another thing I gotta look
but we're not looking at why these doctors are saying, hey, trans is good. You know why they're saying it? Because they're going to get paid for the lifetime of this trans person.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting paid for the appointments, the fucking prescriptions. The pharmacies are getting paid. The nurses are getting paid because they're caring for these people. All these motherfuckers are getting paid for life of the trans person. Of course they want to keep that fucking golden goose laying those eggs. Of course they do. They're dirt. They're scum. Fuck.
Yeah.
Hi, Toasty. How you doing? Hey, Gil.
Yeah. Another, like what I was about to say, like another thing I want to basically look at it right now is like when it comes to all this transitioning and stuff like that, like who's mostly doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like basically like race wise, because I haven't basically that right there. Basically seeing is like, when you look online and things like that, you see a shit ton of motherfucking white people, transition their kids and stuff like that. But what is it? How is it amongst black people or, Hispanic people or Asian people and things like that,
Okay, a very blunt answer is motherfuckers won't deal with that shit in their communities. We've seen a number of black trans folks get their asses kicked by their own community. Because they're not going to deal with that shit. Look, man. And plus, a lot of these communities, and it's affluent white people. It's these motherfuckers that can afford to go to college. Go look at, we can go down the fucking list of people from 2014 on, all these trans trenders, all these motherfuckers like Riley J. Dennis and, Ash Hardell, all them motherfuckers. You go look at, and I have pulled new ones that are in the same boat that Ash Hardell was in 2016. They're motherfuckers that are gay, that are going off to college. They get to college, and all of a sudden, boom, they're trans or they're non-binary.
Mm-hmm.
And then
the
bullshit.
They got indoctrinated with the bullshit.
Yeah. again, uh, poor communities don't have to deal with that shit. You know why? Because they're not exposed to that shit. You have poor white people that are like, the fuck is wrong with you? You have people like me at the bottom of the middle class going, the fuck is wrong with you people? Stop. Stop doing this to your children. But no. Affluent white people that go to college, they buy into all this bullshit because they know if they don't, they're going to be called transphobe, homophobe, bigot, all the bullshit. Well, fuck you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I've
And they are
accepted.
so good.
I've accepted that I am all of it. You want to call me that? Fine, I accept it. I accept it. But I'll tell you what, the people I hang out with, they know it's bullshit. They know it's bullshit. When I go
Mm-hmm.
bar hopping with, the trans man that I've told you guys about, do I eat shit from them because I'm a transphobe? No. You know why? Because I treat the motherfucker with respect. You know why? Because I've accepted that person for who they are. Now, there are people on this planet that cannot do that, that see this as an abomination. That's on them. That's not the world. Most people just want to be left the fuck alone to live their lives.
Yeah. And it's sad is like those people are basically, are the ones who are really forced to speak out, or the ones who really, do have to, try to speak out, because if they don't, then it's like all of a sudden it's like they're out there living their life and they're the ones that are mainly being picked on, not these these punk ass activists and things like that.
That's actually, Toasty, that's a fantastic question too. That is, yes. Because this is the question that, where'd it go? This is the question I ask all the fucking time, and it doesn't fucking matter. Um, where the fuck are the dads at?
Yeah, what I've seen in most of these cases, it's usually a single parent, house, with the mom and things like that. But the ones that do have the dads involved, man, the dad is such a fucking cuck.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're not wrong.
He is such a fucking beta, man. Who was that most recent one that they basically showed, and they basically showed the dad right there. He was this bald headed, 4-eyed motherfucker. Where the mom is just sitting up there and just talking her ass off. He just sitting there, just looking like the pure definition of what a fucking cook is. Just, oh god, wearing the stuff and just sitting there, just like, oh, just.
Yeah, and it's the same goddamn guy too. Every picture you look, when you see these stories, it's the same motherfucker, fat, bald headed,
Yeah,
or he's
just a
a
weak
greasy
ass looking
haired,
motherfucker.
fat ass, weak motherfucker. Got thrown in the trash can every day in high school because he wouldn't stand up for himself, because he wouldn't say anything out. It's the same goddamn motherfucker. It's the same guy. That just like that one the story we did years ago, the white woman, fucking.
Oh,
About to give birth, got 4 husbands. They don't know which one is the real dad. And it's like, wow. And she's a beast herself. And
yeah,
we're
it's like
looking and it's like, wow. You could
we're looking at her, and like she was like, was nowhere near a fucking catch and things like that, and all them Jethro looking motherfuckers. Oh god, man.
hmm Now, to Toasty's question, if I were to get into a relationship like that, my dad would have said, all right, boy, you do you, boo. And then fucking ripped me apart mercilessly, without mercy for the
Now,
remainder of
my,
that relationship. Okay. He would have accepted that relationship as it was, but I would have eaten shit, you know, every time I was alone with the man. I would have eaten shit for it. And it's not because dad didn't love me. It's not because dad didn't respect. Okay, dad didn't respect he wouldn't respect that. I'm sorry. He wouldn't. But again, a dad is going to come in and smack you in the back of the head. And what the fuck you thinking? Really? You're going to get into a marriage with 3 other dudes and a fat broad? The fuck out of here. And look, the fat broad's ugly.
now,
She's ugly. She
now I'm
looked
not.
like she smelled. Sorry. I know you're into
Now,
the portly women, Pat. I know.
I'm talking about like when it comes to you know, that part of lifestyle. Like if that's what they want to do, hey, more power to them. It ain't for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's some situations where you just basically look at it just like Jesus Christ, man, you weak.
Oh yeah. I mean, we make fun of them motherfuckers over on Twitch, the two cooks. You know, we're the women. We know the women are pegging the guys. We fucking know it. We know them motherfuckers pegging them guys. And you know, matter of fact, the guy was in his underwear yesterday over on Nurse Huckleberry's. And it was like I clicked over to find out it boarded shit in the bathroom, and it was like dude standing there in his underwear, and I'm like, I can't do this. I can't. No, man, this is rough. What is she gonna peg him on camera this time? Fuck. Hi, Shio. How you doing?
I know she was been here for a second, but they
Sorry,
just ain't
Shio.
said nothing.
Okay. Well, let's get to some of the hot takes after this happened. I have so much, you guys. We're not going to get through all of it. I did pull a couple of Twitter threads that condensed the insanity that we saw this week from the mainstream media. I mean, it was just gross.
Oh,
I do. I do.
I wonder if the parents of
this bitch.
the
Mhm.
Nashville shooting today would still have their children if these trans bills in Tennessee were never a thing. I'm not a parent, but if I were, I'd be real mad at the government. I'd be real mad at the government.
Now, see, stuff like this never surprised me because this is the first thing they always do, man. As soon as they see something like this, how can I virtue signal, to make myself look like, like I'm one of the good ones and all that right there? What she just basically said, oh, if the government didn't make this law right here and things like that, oh, your child will still be alive. But I'm pretty sure if it was the other way around, she wouldn't say that shit right there. Oh, to the parents. Oh, my heart goes out to you, the parents of all these trans kids and all that right there. And you know how these people are right here. They don't care. They don't care about the situation. They only see a way of like, I'm gonna virtue signal online and see how much I can get my ass kissed. They see opportunity. They see clout.
That was one of the better ones from some of the white women that were dropped. AP showed one that's I went through the roof. I went through the fucking roof.
And it's
Basically
always these uppity liberal white bitches, man.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
It's always them.
And it's like, what's up, baby?
Yep, talent. You're right there. It's always white bitches.
It is. Every single fuck. They're the ones that are out there fighting. They're the ones that are out there fighting for these trans folks. And again, most trans folks I know don't want these white bitches anywhere near them. Stay away from me, you crazy lady.
And like I said, when you see like these drag story hours and these these drag queen events and things like that, that's what you mostly see. You see all these motherfucking white liberal ass women and things like that. They be the main ones up there partying, doing all this stuff right there. Forcing their kids to participate in this stuff right here. Like that's why I said it's not about the kid; it's all about them.
Hi, Shio. Is your mic working now? I guess not.
Nope.
We're on our own.
Like, I know how it feels, Shio.
I'm trying to find the other crazy white broad. And here's another thing.
There are a bunch of them.
Yeah, I know. The one that AP showed, I think it was Tuesday night. I went to her TikTok and it was gone. Then it was private. Then it was gone again. Then it was private. I found her on Twitter. It was protected. Then it was gone. That's what these motherfuckers do. When they get found out to be the complete douchebags they are, they run and hide.
Yeah,
they don't want to hear shit about no pushback about nothing from what they're saying. You can't push back on them.
Just get off Twitter.
Well, she did.
And that's what it basically be right there. They do this stuff. They expect kiss ass praise, but the minute they get more pushback than it is that praise that they're looking for, they run. And of course, like, oh, I was bullied off of. No, you wasn't bullied. Goddamn, you were called out. You were critiqued for what you goddamn said, and you can't handle a difference of opinion. That ain't, I'm saying, having somebody's nose up your ass.
And again, it's not the trans folks we're pissed at. It's not. And again, I have no idea if this person's transness had anything to do with the shooting. I don't. Again, you need to sit back and wait for the facts to drop. You need to fucking wait for the manifesto to be released. We need to get more information. But again, Twitter, they fuck, everyone pops off within 15 minutes.
Yep, and
it's
that's
the
why
gun's
I said,
fault.
And that's why I said, a lot of people on on the right side and things like that, basically had a lot of problem right there, because as soon as they found out that the person was trans and things like that, it all came to be, came to be about, oh, trans and all this right here. While the left is basically, oh, it's the gun's fault. Oh, it's Christianity's fault. Oh, it's it's y'all treating transgender the way it's all that right there. It was everything but the evil person's fault.
Yeah. And again, y'all are calling for fucking. This is the other thing that's pissing me off. The gun debate fires up. 3 minutes out the gate, fires up, and I'm like, how the fuck is? Again, it's not the gun is a tool. You fuck.
Yeah.
It's not the gun's fault. Gun did not walk in that school and shoot everybody. That's not what happened, motherfucker, crazy motherfucker. Because anybody that will fucking shoot a 9-year-old child is batshit fucking crazy evil. That's it in the story. Stop saying it's the goddamn guns.
Yeah, so when I saw that body cam, what I'm saying, the police basically, coming in and how they quickly react and brought this motherfucker down and things like that, I had no goddamn sympathy. Yeah. I was like, good on them. They are fucking heroes, man. Shit.
God, can you hear me now?
There you go. Yes, stays here.
I switched to her phone. I had a comment in chat because you guys weren't picking up my audio.
Those white college educated women concerned about their own racist guilt who want to yeah.
It's basically them wait. It's basically them waving. Look at me. I'm one of the good ones. I'm saying this and I'm saying that. What do they say? Like, an appeaser is someone who feeds the crocodile and hopes that it eats them last. That's what they do.
And guys, I'm trying to stay up on the chat, but I'm also trying to find it. This
Johnny, pay attention to chat.
I'm trying, man.
I try for times. I get lost too. Man.
Oh, it's all right.
That's usually why I have Becca here. She does far better with the chat than I do, man.
So about
that. She was online earlier today.
When it comes to this. When it comes to this situation right here, is like right now the argument is anything about, like they probably don't even know who this person's name is anymore. Oh, there you go. Because as soon as I said it, like this person and may they roast in hell for all eternity. That's all I'm saying. That's all it basically is, Yeah. My heart and my condolences went out to the family, to the victims and all that right there. Yeah, but that person that committed this crime, man, fuck them.
Pat, can you think of a law that would prevent this? A gun law?
Because they done came up with so many. They done came up with so many gun laws. They done came up with so many gun reform, bills and all that stuff right there. None of them worked because criminals they don't give a damn about that. Horrible people don't give a damn about that. That's what I say. That's what I get tired of. Every time something like a criminal commits a violent act, they punish the law-abiding citizen. The criminal commits the act, but yet you want to pick on me.
Yeah, exactly. And I keep seeing, we need to ban assault weapons. Okay, first you define that motherfucker, then we'll talk. But you ain't defining shit. Every time they get asked what's an assault weapon, they show a picture of a black gun. That's all that thing is. It's black.
No.
That's it. It's a black gun. Oh, you racist motherfucker. It's because it's black, isn't it? That's that's the stupidity that is going through these motherfuckers' heads. They want to. Okay, here's the thing that pisses me off. And I used to listen to my parents just rail on the court system, just fucking rail on the DAs, the court system, the judges, all the bullshit. You can enact as many fucking gun laws as you want in city, county, state. Does not fucking matter. If the DAs are not going to charge criminals with gun crimes, you can put them on the books, but are the DAs actually going to prosecute a felon with a firearm that isn't supposed to have it? Probably not, because they don't even here in California, we got some of the strictest gun laws there are. Do they fucking prosecute any of the gun arrests? Well, if you're a straight white man, they will. Other than that, no, you're not. You could have a felon that it has 5 different gun convictions on his record, and the DA will drop that shit down to a misdemeanor.
Well, it depends on who they killed or who they shot or whatever and things like that. Oh, the black man goes out there, like I said, who's a felon, I'm saying, who has a gun who's not supposed to have it. Yeah, if that gun killed other black people, they don't care in things like that.
They don't give 2 fucks.
Go kill one of those. Go kill one of those suburban white people. Oh, that's where you fucked up. Yeah,
I mean,
go pop one of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, it's something we've covered on No Opinion in the Rec Room for years. We bring up the crime stats in fucking Baltimore and Chicago. Fucking every single goddamn weekend. We could have done a story every single fucking weekend out of Chicago or Baltimore. Man. But it's never talked about in the mainstream media ever, because it's happening in the poor communities, the black communities, the south side of Chicago. They're not going to talk about that. They want to talk about, Black Lives Matter, but they're not going to talk about the black lives that are getting taken by the illegal guns in these fucking communities, because the cops are too afraid to go down there, because the DAs aren't going to prosecute anything that comes out of those communities.
Oh, and it goes again.
Fuck. God, I'm pissed.
Yeah, like I said, when you look at this whole entire thing, it's all, the whole, like banned assault weapons and right there. What it is like, it's at this point right here, tons of from citizens all together. They don't want you to have any guns whatsoever. They want to be the only ones with the guns. So they'll start with this. If we could take away this gun right here, that's a start. Then we can work on this gun. Then we can work on that gun. Then we can work on that gun until finally we taking guns all out of their hands and things like that. And then we got all the guns. And guess what? You got to do what we have to say. Otherwise, hey, you gonna get this gun, man. That's what it really comes down to. It comes down to disarming them, saying, the U.S. citizen, having them, disabled to things like that, so you can basically tell them what the fuck. Yeah, like RVA said, tyranny.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look at every society that has pulled guns, that has outlawed guns and confiscated them. Look at them. Look at Nazi Germany. Look at Soviet Union. Look at China. Jesus Christ. They want to do that. These motherfuckers are power hungry, and they know there's eventually they're going to step too far, and the American people are going to say, you know what, you can fuck right off. And who's going to now I am starting to get worried, because it is starting to get pointed out to me that the American military is going woke, is going, SJW. And that starts to scare me, because 10 years ago, the military would have looked at our leaders and gone, yeah, that ain't happening. We ain't confiscating shit. Yeah. It goes against our oath to the military and to the United States. Fuck you.
And if we go woke, then our foreign enemies is going to look at this fucking freak show, man. We can woke these people back, worrying about the damn feelings.
You know, irate prostate pointed me to an article that came out of Russia. It was a study done by the KGB way back, you know, 30, 40, 50 years ago. KGB and the Soviet military was not worried about our military. They thought that they could take us militarily. What they couldn't do was take the country because every motherfucker, well, not every motherfucker, but because of the gun ownership by the private citizen, there was no way they were going to be able to take this country. There was no fucking way. It was going to be a constant battle for decades because of the American population and their gun ownership. So that should tell you something.
Right place in Texas right here because, you know what I'm saying, you know, there's a bunch of pussies down there. So yeah, they'll instantly surrender. Like I told you, if a foreign threat was to come over here right now, all these woke ass motherfuckers would instantly bow down. Oh man, what's this one finna say?
Took me a long time to find this.
Oh god, this is 2 minutes.
Now she is an ex-evangelical who she has a YouTube channel. She had a TikTok. Now I don't know if the TikTok is just on private or she actually deleted it. Her Twitter, again, this is the one I told you about. Private, it's on
private. They're waiting. I'm saying they're waiting for the, you know, the heat to die down and things like that. They'll be back up because, like I said, you know, they can't help but crave the attention. You know, like you can delete your social media account so long as you put it back up in a certain amount of time.
This is the one that AP showed me that sent me through the roof. I was like, God damn it, AP. I come over here to be entertained, you motherfucker, not to get shot through the goddamn roof. And I don't give a fuck what AP says.
Oh, so this was cringe talk, huh?
No, he opened his show with this bitch. Yeah, he opened the show on Tuesday with this bitch. And I don't give a fuck what AP says. AP, he may not say it as eloquently as, say, a ranting monkey or a scribe. Motherfucker is on the ball when it comes to politics and it comes to what's going on in the world around us. I don't give a shit. You may not like his content. You may find it too rough, too lowbrow, whatever. I was talking to Becca and I'm like, you know, there are times I'm watching AP, I feel guilty because I'm laughing at some of the shit he's showing me because I know I shouldn't be laughing at it.
Oh no! With AP, I'm just like, man, it's like, man, how the hell can he sit through all that? You know, all this
right?
Man, the craziness that AP has brought us, man. God, man, from Scooby to Adrasia to fucking Latiti. The Latiti, goddamn. I don't know how the fuck. That's 15 hours, man.
Latiti drove me up the fucking wall.
I could not
stand that bitch.
God, man, how the fuck can you sit through all this, AP?
The thing with Latiti was he got me going, okay, AP hasn't covered Latiti in a week. I got to go find out what she's been up to lately. God damn it, AP, you bastard. And there we are. We're sitting on my stream going, shit, the Titty stream. We got to watch the Titty stream, man. And we're watching him reacting to Latiti. And I'm like, oh, God, I hate myself right now. So, you know, no matter how you feel about AP, because I know there are some people, AP, you know, he's rough.
Man,
he's rough. But the motherfucker's honest. And the motherfucker calls it as he sees it. And he's usually not wrong. I don't give a shit what anybody says. He may not say it again eloquently. I don't care. He ain't wrong. He ain't wrong about all this trans bullshit that's in the schools. Again, these motherfuckers, AP said it beautifully. These motherfuckers spend as much time educating our children in the subject they were hired for as they do about the trans SJW woke bullshit. Our children would be brilliant. And we wouldn't be at the bottom of the fucking barrel internationally in education. It's just that simple. Okay, let's get to this bitch.
Also, I just got a notification from Becca right there. She's playing DVD.
Okay. Yeah. Her and One Low have been hitting it. Her and One Low have been hitting it pretty hard. I don't know if there's a new season, new killer. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, well,
Let's see what
yeah,
this hoe has to say.
And I ain't got shit to drink, man. I know this for the goddamn work my nerves.
School shooting that happened today at a private Christian school in Tennessee. The shooter was born a biological female, and they went by he, him on their LinkedIn. So they're painting the narrative that, you know, they're trying to blame transgender people, you know, the whole thing. But every other school shooting that's happened in the last, I don't know, decade have been white men, and many of them identify as Christians. So let's not go there. But I do want to say that
you see what she did right there, you know? How she instantly tries to take the responsibility off of this horrible person and tries to put it onto Christian men, you know? Oh, despite the fact that this was a transgender and things like that, look at these shootings in the past. They were all white Christian men. That's what you need to focus on. You don't need to focus on this.
Mm-hmm.
You bitch. That's what they do right there. You know? Don't look at this right here. Look at this right here. Look what happened in the past. Yeah, a transgender person did a horrible thing, but just think about all those white Christian people who did all this horrible stuff back then.
Well, there's another thing that nobody ever seems to point out. Democrats definitely don't want to talk about it. But what the fuck is going on in our society where mass shootings are a thing? You know, that did not start to become a thing. School shootings were not a thing until about the mid-90s. And it has gotten bigger and bigger and bigger.
Because look at all the attention and look at all the, you know, the freaking online fame and media fame and shit like that that's been getting. I was saying most of them ain't around to to soak in that goddamn fame because they're fucking dead. But it's like, you know, look at how they get what's the word I'm looking for? Immortalized.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Before the Columbine, the biggest school shooting was back in the 60s in Texas from the clock tower. And I forget which fucking college it was. And when they cut the guy's head open, they found he had a tumor. Now, was the tumor to blame? They don't know. But the guy sat there and, you know, smoked a number of people from the fucking clock tower before, you know, cops blew him away. It was not a thing when I was going to high school. It was not a thing when I was going to elementary school. It was not even a thing halfway, you know, through college. It's a thing now. It's a fucking thing. Now, did you have kids that would pop off from time to time? Yeah, we had a kid in high school fucking threw a chair through about 4 or 5 plate glass windows. Took 5 cops to subdue him. He's pissed. He was also mental. This is becoming a regular thing. The kids today are not like the kids from 30, 40, 50 years ago. There is something missing. The kids are, we're seeing kids fucking nuking McDonald's because you got their order wrong. You're seeing them in the goddamn chicken and waffle houses. You're seeing them in all these different fast food joints. And it ain't just black. It ain't just white. It's all kids. I've seen all colors. It's a rainbow.
Because, like I said, there's been no consequences for their actions.
It's the God. There is something going on in our society that is causing this to happen. And nobody seems to want to fucking deal with it. They want to point at the easy thing. It's the guns. It's the white man. It's the white toxic masculinity. Fuck you. White toxic masculinity is what stopped that shooting.
Yeah, it's like it's anything but what I'm saying. You know what needs to be what needs to be blamed. I'm saying the horrible person that committed the horrible act. Like I'm saying, you know.
Again, you wanna sit there and point at the gun, but okay, you get all the guns taken out. You know what's gonna happen? Motherfuckers are gonna start getting in cars and trucks. They're gonna find other alternatives. They're gonna find a machete. That bitch walked in there with the machete. She'd have done just as much damage, if not more.
Yeah, like in the UK, like who was the one that pointed that out? Because somebody said, yeah, ever since we did, there have been you know like very low mass shootings, but then they came back and said, but you've also had increased stabbing. So so they went from guns to knives. They're always the violent criminal is always going to find a way. You take away the guns, they're going to go to the knives. You take away the knives, they're going to find something else, man. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
they're going to find a way.
Australia, they fucking took away the guns. You know what? Their violent crime didn't go down. Did not go down. It actually
No.
went up. All
They
these countries that
they
take the
switched to
guns
something
away,
else.
it usually goes up. Go look at the fucking crime stats. It usually goes up.
Yeah.
So don't fuck. You want to blame the tool? You are missing. And here's the other thing that's pissed me off with the politicians, all of them. And I'm not gonna right, left. I don't give a fuck who you are. But don't
Exactly,
give me
Green
this.
Badger. That's what I said earlier. Sorry, Dan.
Oh no, just an excuse. Yeah, I absolutely believe that at this point, Green Badger. I absolutely believe that that's what the politicians on the left want to do, and
Yes.
some on the right. There are some on the right that are, want to do the same goddamn thing, and it's they're not dealing with what is causing this shit, And don't fucking tell me. I heard, fuck. We don't want our schools to look like prisons. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Look, if hardening a school is going to make it, my high school, we had these massive steel gates that they could close at any time to lock us in or to lock someone out, and they weren't gates that you could easily climb. Now, granted, back in my teen years, I was a little bit more dexterous than I am now. Because I'll tell you what, that fat bitch couldn't have got over those gates. Couldn't have got over the 8-foot chain link fence we had. I'll tell you that right now. That motherfucker would not have gotten into that my high school. Don't fucking tell me that hardening a school is turning it into a prison. It's not. It's not.
That would be fixing the problem, and they don't want to do that.
Yeah, exactly. How this is not the first thing that local, state, and federal politicians do not go for is beyond me. This is one of the easiest things. I thought about every school I went to, and I went to, I think it was 9 or 10 over just the first, K through 12. Every single one, you had crinkle, crinkle. Boy. Every single one, you had chain link fence all the way around it, usually at least 8 feet high. And there were entry points. You had the main entry point by the office, and then you usually had 2 on the side that went through the fence, on different sides of the school. Some of the colleges I went to 2 different colleges. They had natural barriers, and then they had gates. They could lock down that school. Matter of fact, one would lock down after you were at school at 11 o'clock. You better get the fuck out because they were going to lock your ass in. Again, you can. It's not hard. And did I ever feel like I was going to a prison? No. I got it. You got to keep these kids fucking contained somehow. I get it. But now you could use that to your advantage in funneling people. Moose Elementary School. Talked about this a number of times. There was one way in that school. One. When the kids weren't being let out or coming into school. And if in the morning when you dropped your kid off and walked them across the street, there were 2 ways into that school. In the afternoon when you pick your kid up, there was one. Actually, if you count the office, 2 ways out. That's it. Everything else was locked down. That is not turning the school into a fucking prison. That is saying, hey, if you don't belong here, we're going to make it goddamn difficult for you to get in. Not that fucking hard. South Central LA, when they were having all the gang shootings and drive-bys and the school violence, you know what they did? They threw fucking metal detectors in the front doors. You know what that did? It reduced the number of fucking weapons, not just guns, but knives too, and brass knuckles and anything else that a kid could think to bring into the fucking school. Do I want my kid walking through a metal detector? Not really. If it saves their life, yes. I'm going to say, you know what? It's worth it. Just walk through the goddamn metal detector. But don't give me this shit that we can't protect our schools by hardening them. You can. Fuck you.
They just don't want to because, they want this problem.
They want the gun to be the fucking problem, and they are not going to stop until they get it. And we have to push back on this shit every goddamn time. And again, the Twitter argument is the same goddamn argument. I've watched it for years. No new points are ever brought up.
It's the same stuff that's basically being said. You know, that's what I'm saying. At this point right now, it's like I'm not surprised when I'm saying when you hear about a shooting and thing, it's going to be the same typical people saying the same typical goddamn things. You know, the same typical signaling, and then.
We talked about it on stream a few weeks ago. It was reported as a mass shooting at a mall. There was no mass shooting. This plate glass window got shattered. But the gun nuts, the gun reform, the anti-gun people came out of the woodwork. There's still people that point to those 3 malls that they would smash and grab robberies. That's all it were. But they still report them as shootings, mass shootings at a mall. I watched an argument break out. I don't know. It's 2 months ago. People brought up that fucking the malls in California a few years back, and I'm like, you motherfucker, it never happened. Never fucking happened. But nobody ever pushes back on that shit. They just take it as gospel. And all the supporters that believe that bullshit, they're gonna eat it up. They're not gonna go research it. They're not gonna go find out it's all crap. No, it's the gun's fault. Fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. And to the people who are all anti-gun and things like that, I like to see and how they live. Of course, all the media and stuff like that, these are all protected, gated motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm. All right, Sixer, how you doing, man?
I bet they got guns. I bet they got security, but they don't want you to have them.
Well, yeah, we had Gavin Newsom, a month ago, walking down the street talking about how gun crime is the worst thing. He's flanked by 10 fucking armed security guards that made no secret they were armed. You know, I mean, those are the motherfuckers that want your guns. They're all the motherfuckers that are protected by guns. You know, and Becca brings up a fantastic point. Look, the great equalizer in the male versus the woman thing is a gun. Woman has a gun, you're going to be hard-pressed to rape that girl. You're going to be hard-pressed to attack that woman. That's really Becca's only defense when someone comes at her. She's 5 foot nothing. She weighs what? $120, $140. You are going to be hard. She's not going to be able to defend against someone like me. I'll take her ass out. She pulls that gun, though, I'm fucked.
Yeah,
I'm absolutely fucked. So, you know, again, the gun is the tool that this motherfucker chose. That's it. Is it a tool? What about the motherfucker that drove down through the Christmas parade? I don't hear about that motherfucker very often. But he used a goddamn car. We're going to start outlawing cars? No, we're not. We're not going to start outlawing cars. But that's the next tool that these motherfuckers will grab onto. It's going to be a knife in a car.
Yeah.
And again, we're not solving the fucking problem of what is causing this shit. Okay, let's get back to this crazy bitch. Thank you, AP, for showing me this crazy broad.
That expect more of this kind of chaos and destruction when you bring fascism into this country. The more you don't love people, the more you shame people, the more you treat people like they're untouchable in society. What do you expect people to do? Of course,
Okay, who is the most untouchable in society right fucking now? It is the goddamn LGBTQ alphabet mafia. Holy fuck. God damn it, Pat, we're fascists. We brought fascism into the country. God damn. Again, you want to call me a fascist? Call me a fascist. I'm not a fascist. Okay.
And what she basically said right there is this is what happened when you don't let certain people walk all over you. So it's fascist to not let, I'm saying, people, because they identify as something and things like that, walk all over you, But did she just defend those Christian white men that she said? I'm saying that she stood up there and I'm saying that she's basically blaming right there, that she's basically shaming.
Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Oh fuck! I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh god damn it! Shut up, boy. Fuck.
Like I said, this ain't nothing. This ain't nothing but just nothing but blatant, your typical white female liberal, virtue signaling.
Mhm.
Look at me. I'm one of the good ones. That's all it is.
Hey, you know what gets me about the white women, these liberal white women? What they don't understand is they're the ones. They're second in line to get thrown into the camps behind white men.
Yeah, it's like, and that's why I said that's what they're doing right here. They're appeasing. They're appeasing to, I'm saying, to the horrible person in the hopes that, like, don't do this to me, I'm on your side. Don't, like I'm saying, don't eat me,
Exactly, Green Badger. Not all trans people, but definitely all gun owners.
Everybody get down on their knees. That's why they virtue signal as much as they do and things like that. Because, like, don't, what I'm saying, don't do that. Don't do that to me. But the minute you do that to them, like I'm saying, they'll sit up here, like, oh, we need to get rid of all the guns. We need to get rid of all the guns and things like that. Yeah, until something happens to them. Oh, we need to bring those guns back to protect me,
Yeah, which they, Cenk Uygur on Friday, I think it was Friday, in one of his segments on the Young Turks came out and said, I hate guns. I think assault weapons should be outlawed. But if you're trans, you need to go buy a gun. Ooh, wait, what? Again, I've read the stats on crimes against trans people. This trans genocide they're talking about, it's all bullshit. Yeah. It's all crap. They are the least likely to be attacked right now by crime stats. If you look at the crime stats out of 2022, 2021, least likely to be attacked, least likely to be killed.
But it's a good boogeyman tactic,
Mm-hmm.
Especially towards your cause and to your side. Yeah, that's all you got to do. Boogie in hopes that it works and things like that. And then guess what? Shit. You got a whole bunch of goddamn scared trans identifying motherfuckers or whatever and things like that, And no matter what you say or do, like, oh, but if you vote for us, if you do this right here and things like that, we can protect you. They get what they want. In the end, they don't do shit. Because that's all it's about right there, The politicians basically use them to keep their jobs, and the opportunistic people right there, basically use them to, keep ratings and keep those relevant.
Yeah, just keep the money flowing and the power flowing.
Yeah,
the people this works on, and this is why, again, when you see this dumb shit, genocide of trans people, fuck you. You need to turn around and tell, you know what, you can fuck right up with that genocide. You fucking document the genocide to me, please. Document that shit, because the only people that is working on are the uninformed and the people that are pushing an agenda. That's it. Mm-hmm. It's not working on the people that actually understand. And I'll be honest here. Do I understand what a trans person goes through? No. I can just tell you what I have learned from the trans folks that I've been around over the decades of my life. Mm-hmm. Do I understand what they go through? No, I don't. But they're also some of the first people that say, goddamn genocide going on. It's all bullshit. They're using it because they know the stupid will buy into it. Even the stupid trans people out there are buying into it.
The stupid that actually believe this stuff right here.
Yeah, exactly. Spittle. Yeah, they took all the guns out of Compton of the law-abiding citizens, and it was fuck. Again, you want to look at what happens when you disarm a population. Go look at Chicago. You have people screaming in Chicago, let us own guns legally so we can protect ourselves.
And like with this woman right here, yeah, she'll say take away the guns until she needs one. This is the type of woman that'll sit up here and say Black Lives Matter. But if a black person whoops her motherfucking ass right there, shit, that tone is going to change. Just appease until what you're appeasing to, snaps you in the ass, and then all of a sudden, it's a change of heart.
Yeah, exactly. And again, white women, you're second on the list for the camps, man. You really are. Because they're blaming you right now for everything that's wrong with this country behind white men. 2018 election, that was the first. I was like, I even DM my wife. I was like, oh, welcome to the club, girl. And she's like, what are you talking about? Well, apparently it's your fault the Democrats didn't sweep through the fucking Congress. And she's like, how is it my fault? And I went, you're a white woman, aren't you? Well, you're just doing what I told you to do with your ballot. And she's like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, no, man, that's the narrative they're going to run with. They're still running with that shit. And I'm like, and I spoke, my wife and I, we do sit down. We do talk about the issues. We do talk about the people we're voting for. But in the end, who does she vote for? Whoever the fuck she wants to. Now, most white women I know, their husband comes and tells them who to vote for. They're going to turn around and tell them to fuck right off. They're going to shit on their side of the bed, and they're going to tell them to fuck right off. I'll vote for who the fuck I want to vote for. Those are women I know. And not just white women. It's all women. You are not going to tell a woman what the fuck she's going to do with her shit. Because you're going to wake up the Lorena Bobbitt style. Your dick's going to be standing in an empty lot somewhere down the street, or if you're unlucky, in the garbage disposal. All right. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to go there. Okay, here we go.
The shadow inside of them is going to be so angry and retaliate and revenge. That's what happens when you decide to try to control people through legislation. You try to harm people through legislation. It's like the world needs a lot more love, not more hate. The world needs a lot more love, not more judgment, not more condemnation. And that is what Jesus tried to say. So
what you doing right now? But yet you're judging white men, you're judging Christians, you're judging, I'm saying, all the people, opposite of what you're trying to appease to. You're doing the exact same goddamn thing that you saying that we shouldn't be doing. You see how condescending these folks are?
Again, this is why I went through the roof Tuesday night. I was like, God damn it, AP. I just wanted to relax. And this is what you open the show. God damn it, AP, you bastard.
She's so busy huffing her own damn fart, she doesn't realize what a hypocrite she's being.
And we're not trying to nobody is trying to legislate trans people out of society. No. What we're trying to do is legislate so you can't butcher our children. That's it. That is it. I'm sorry, in 100 years from now, society's going to look back and go, what the fuck was going on with these people?
Because a child will never understand what is truly goddamn going on. They just see that, like, oh, I'm getting attention and things like that, so maybe this is a good thing. And then when they grow up and they realize, I don't like this, I don't like this. I don't want that. But guess what? It's too late.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Again, the people that come out and say, I had no idea what I was getting into, they're the ones that are getting shouted down. They're the ones that are getting called transphobes. It's like, wait, you were transsexual. You have found out that maybe you're not, and you're going to try life a different way. You're called a transphobe. You're called full of shit. You were called misguided. You were called mentally ill. It's like, wait a minute. So they are now seeing themselves as the sex they were born, but now they're mentally ill. But they weren't mentally ill before? Well, no. They knew what they wanted before. It's all the stuff in the news now that has them confused. Fuck you.
Yeah, that's
Fuck
the thing.
you.
They didn't even want it back then and stuff like that. It was basically put on them by who? The parent. So I remember we used to ask that question when all this stuff was happening, like, where are the parents in all this? And it basically,
Yeah. Toasty's question again. Where's the daddies? Where are the fucking dads? And where are the fucking parents? Because Pat's absolutely right. He pointed it out a bit ago. You look at the mothers. Mothers are usually behind this shit. The one that is out of Texas that you guys have been dealing with for years. The mother is fucked in the head, but the courts have gone along with that bitch, and to the point that she's moved to California because she knows that I think Texas is eventually going to slam her. But the dad, the dad say on what happens to his son isn't taken into consideration at all. It's all about what the mom wants.
Especially not with family courts right there, man. It's all about what she and they don't give a damn, you know, if the mom is a shitty ass person. Look what when we talk about that one kid, you know. Where the dad was fighting for the visitation and things like that, and then somehow that person carried the mom because the mom out. That's how
I feel like we're just beating a dead horse sometimes by saying it's not the trans people we want. You know, we don't want trans people taken out of society. We don't. I'm sorry, I don't. I know too many that are just good people.
Some do, but that's just a small amount and things like that. And we look at those people like I'm saying, like they're shit. Like, you know, like fuck you, you're a horrible person, you know, for one that.
Jessica or Jonathan Yaniv, that motherfucker. Yes, put him in jail. That motherfucker wants to molest children. I don't give a shit what anybody says. That motherfucker, you topless. No, don't bring your guardian. Don't bring your parents. Just bring your topless ass to the pool. Fuck you. You're fucking, you are goddamn groomer, pedophile. You're all the bullshit. You are everything that scares the fuck out of parents. And it's not because you're trans.
Like Jeffrey Marsh too.
Yeah, Jeffrey Marsh, another one. That motherfucker is directly, everything that motherfucker puts out there is directed at kids. It's directed at kids in the most confusing years of their life. He directs that shit to them, and apparently it's working.
It ain't just some groovy shit. It's some real life David Koresh bullshit, man.
Yeah, the mentality. It is a religion. I don't give a shit what anybody says. This is a fucking religion, and if you don't buy into it, hook, line, and sinker, you are a heathen, and you need to be dealt with. Goofy's going off. Okay.
I mean, that sucker was just setting off.
Yeah. Goopy's had enough of this shit.
Stop and realize that this hurts them too. And this is an example. Now their own got shot. Now their own children got killed. Now their own Christian kids got killed. Okay. When are we going to stop the hate in all forms? Stop the fascism in all forms. Stop voting for politicians that are enacting hateful legislation. The world needs more love. That's what we need. You don't want to address the guns, then address the love.
Okay.
Okay.
Like I said, once again, that was nothing but Jack. Nothing but pure, flat out appeasing virtue signaling.
Fill your hands, you son of a bitch.
Hey, she's talking about address the love, address to this, and address to that right there. But yet here you are, like I said, you know, hating on white men, hating on Christians and things like that. You
know, give me the hateful legislation. Let me look at it. What's the hateful legislation you're talking about? Because I hear there's 600 bills across the country that wants to wipe out transgenderism, whatever, transgender people. I keep reading that. The
bill just basically says, like I'm saying, you can't do this. I'm saying you can't, you know, like transition people under the age of 18, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So basically saying, like, yeah, you can't do this shit to children and teenagers. So that's what they're mad at, you know? How dare you not let us mutilate these children?
And that's what we're talking about. That's what we're against. That's again, trans people. We don't give a shit. You do you, boo. Really, you do you. And look, I feel this is where I think
Mm,
this is where I think everyone needs to take a step back and stop. It is not. We have no idea if this person did what they did because they're trans. We have
mm.
no fucking clue. And until more information comes out, we will not know. I don't know why half the motherfuckers go on these shooting sprees. I don't.
Yeah.
You know why? Because nobody ever reports that shit.
Yeah,
You know?
and another thing is, when it comes to the trans community, most of these people that are in this thing right here, they're not even trans. They're trans identifying. They just
Mhm.
identify. Don't go through the. I'm saying, don't go to no hormone replacement and things like that. Very little of them do it and all that right there. Most of them are just basically, like I said, these biological men who just all of a sudden just decide to just dress like women and just like, I identify as a woman. That's what I'm saying, and that's another big thing right there. This whole self ID nonsense that's basically going on. You know, yes, a lot of them just basically using it as a thing. Most of all, they're using it on prey upon.
Jesus, Jack. Islam is right about women. Jesus,
There you go.
Jack. Not saying you're wrong. I hope my wife isn't watching. Oh,
Oh, yep, you're right.
fuck. Yeah, and I pulled an article a month ago. I never did get to it. It was a letter written by college student. Fuck, I have no idea what college. I think it was Northern California, but they have to hide their straightness because straight people are evil, according to the school she goes to. He goes to. I don't know.
He must be
I
he must be white.
Yeah, I think she was.
Cause
Um,
ain't nobody else going, like I said, like, and what?
but we're starting to see a trend now where kids are identifying to their peers that they are, part of the alphabet community because they will be accepted. Whereas if you're straight, no, you're not going to be accepted. You're going to be looked down upon in certain communities. And it's like, when the fuck did we turn the world upside down? Are you fucking kidding me? Again, man, when I was in high school, we accepted everybody. We did. We didn't give a fuck. We didn't give a fuck if you were gay. We didn't care.
Yeah,
As long as you
long as
weren't
I'm
an
saying,
asshole.
so long you want an asshole, and so long you understand that the people that you're hanging around with are 9 times out of 10 aren't. You know,
Hmm.
like, okay, like I said,
You
you
know?
gay, but understand I'm not gay. So there's I'm saying, so there's a line you shouldn't cross. You know, but
Yeah.
if you cross that line, don't be surprised if you find my foot up your ass. Like, motherfucker, I told you I'm not gay. Go on with that shit.
Yeah, it's like the gay guys at the bar. Well, how do you know unless you try? Well, look, man, I haven't slammed my dick in the door either, but I ain't gonna do that because I know that it's gonna work out well for me.
Is it
Look,
now?
and I always ask the guy, did it ever work? No. Then why the fuck you keep going down that road? Well, it might work one of these days, or you might get punched in the face.
Yeah,
I'm just
exactly.
saying. Holy fuck. You
Damn.
know, and Blair White, she did a video, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, that pissed a lot of people off because she came out and said, hey, if you're not going to tell the people you are dating or that you are in a relationship with that you're trans, you can't blame them for kicking your ass when they find out 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line.
And
Now, Blair White was the
it ain't
first.
just that. It's like when they find out surprisingly, like I'm saying, when things get intimate and all of a sudden,
Mhm.
shit, they pull your pants down and and something's flinging down there. Like I said, many transgender women done died in that situation right there because I'm saying, because they got intimate with a person who didn't know they were a biological man and they got off.
Yep. Yep. And there are trans men out there the women that have transitioned to men that have fucked over women the same way. Guess what? You want to be treated like a man? I'm gonna have my big brother kick your ass like a man for deceiving me. And it happens, and they get put in the fucking hospital, or they get put in the fucking morgue because they weren't honest. Now, are we saying it's right? No, absolutely not. Violence, no. We're just saying, hey, look, in the moment, I get it. You know, there was a 18-year-old kid had a case dropped. Exactly what Pat fucking described. Was getting intimate, dick swinging, dude lost his shit, killed the guy, and sat in jail for, I think it was about 4 years while they were bringing his case to trial. Jury found for the kid. He was 18 at the time when it happened. Jury found for the kid, found not guilty, you know, because it was a crime. He lost his shit. In the moment, he fucking absolutely lost his shit. I have no idea how I'd react. My wife, a dick swinging, fuck, I'd probably lose my shit. I'd start drinking heavily too. How did I not see this for 20 years?
What I'm saying, I probably wouldn't know killed the person, but yeah, 9 out of 10, I probably would have beat the ever-living shit out of him because I'm just, just basically angry for being deceived and all that right there. Oh, you just need to get over your transphobia. Like, no, you need to tell people what the fuck you are.
Yeah. And, trans women, look, Hustler did a great April Fool's thing about, 25 years ago. And I looked at the chick in the spread, and I was like, "Hey, something ain't right with that. Ain't just something not right." And it finally dawned on me. And long story short, the buddy was on speed, went and got some jerk off material. Hustler was one of them. He jerked off to this, and it was a transsexual. That's what it was. It was a post-op transsexual. And I'm like, jacked off to a dude, man. Did you read the article on this chick? And he's like, no. I said, you really should. And everybody come in and see the cover of the pic. Oh, wow, that chick's hot. She's hot. Okay, yeah, you really ought to read the article before you continue.
It's like Blur white in the bikini and things like that, man. Blur, shit, sexy than the motherfucking things like that. But Blur would be the first one to tell you, I'm a transgender.
I'm dude. Or I still have my, twig berries.
Yeah, I still have all that right there and things like that. We'll let you know straight up. So that way you can, you can basically decide if you're still attracted to her, or you can basically judge her by her personality after that. But she's gonna let you know straight up what she is and things like that. She's not gonna fucking deceive you.
No. And trans women that are post-op, again, you don't want to tell the guy. A guy is looking at a woman, maybe wants to have kids. Well, guess what? That is never going to happen with this person. You wait 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line. Of course, that dude's going to be pissed. He just wasted 2 years of his life looking for the woman he could have kids with, thought he found her, and then finds out that he's never going to have kids. And then if he breaks up with her, it's going to be called transphobe. You're going to have people like Riley J. Dennis coming at you going, you are transphobe, you are Nazi, you are fascist for not wanting to be with that person.
I gotta give a fuck what Riley cares.
Well, and Riley's just, we can go pull Riley because I think that video is still up, of telling people. And again, you got Riley J. Dennis preaching to us. Fuck you, motherfucker.
Riley's just a dude with a lesbian fantasy.
Right. Motherfucker is I'm transgender. No, you're not. You're a straight dude. That's it.
Straight dude who's, who wants to fuck lesbians.
That likes to play with makeup and grow long hair. At least Ash Hardell, I can give her credit. She's on the hormones. She went and got her titties cut off. She's masculine. Still identifies as they, them, I think. But at least Ash, she believes what she put out there. Now, you go back.
I can give Ash that respect right there. They did transition into the whole entire thing. Right. I can't give them that.
Justin was cute, but just a trans, right? Spittle. Ash is, and if you go back, and Ash has pulled most of the videos down, but you go back and you look at Milo and Ash and a few of the other people, they pulled a lot of the confusion that they went through off their channels, and I think they should have left them up. Milo, I still think Milo's mental.
Milo
really
is just mental. Yeah, Milo is just
Yeah.
straight mental.
You know, the last video Milo put out was Milo may be trans autistic. And I'm like, what the fuck is trans autistic? I had to go look that shit up. That's apparently a new thing coming out. Trans autism. What does that even
Whatever I'm saying,
fucking
whatever it takes to
mean?
try to, yeah, whatever
So
it takes to
being,
stay special.
yeah, so being non-binary isn't enough now to get the attention. We got to go trans autism. Okay, all right,
Oh no,
Milo, you're fucked up.
oh no. Such as right there, like, you know, it's
Pat's roboting again, guys. Be patient; it'll come back around.
God damn it, shit.
That's it. Man.
Here I am.
It happens.
Mm-hmm. That's what I hate about my goddamn shit right there.
Oh, I get it, man.
But like how I was
Especially
saying, like they just jump on anything that they can to try to stay special and unique because they offer nothing else to the world.
And it really comes down to they want more attention. They want attention. That's all they want.
But
Milo is
their attention seeking gets old, you know, and so do they. And what happens, like I said, you know, like when they get old, they just basically the attention basically bounces to somebody else more younger and more, you know, easy to deceive and things like that. Like take the fucking that Desmond fool. You know, when's the last time you heard about Desmond is Amazing?
I don't think my memory goes that far back, man.
He's not a kid. He's not a kid anymore. You know, he's not that little kid that they can goddamn, you know, like exploit and jerk off to and all that right there. You know, like he's a teenager now. So yeah, you're too old. You're not. I'm saying you're too old enough for things like that. You're not relevant anymore. You're just now you know.
Actually, speaking of Desmond, I may have something that follows up. I thought I had it brought up. Let me see here. If you guys don't know, Desmond's a trans drag queen. Right? That's the same fuck. Again, you know, Mitch brought it up on your fucking show Wednesday, and he's absolutely right. Look at the fucking language that these motherfuckers use. Look at the definitions, how they rework them. Look at how they frame shit. Look how they frame their arguments. Fucking pay attention to it, and then blast it, and then you put it on blast. After you figure out what the fuck they're doing, you slam them right in between the fucking eyes. Say, no. Reality is reality. Two fucking sexes, male, female. That's it. We ain't dealing with this 105 gender bullshit. You fucking our kids up with this shit. Dude, it's the gun's fault. Fuck you. It's not.
And that's what
why the fuck wasn't this going on for the last 250 years? I'll tell you why. Because our fucking society wasn't broken. Wasn't insane with pouring this shit into our children at 3 years old. You want my 3-year-old to learn about transgenderism, homosexuality, straightness? Fuck you. You know what I want my 3-year-old to learn? The colors, the numbers, the shapes. That's what I want my 3-year-old to learn.
Yeah, reading, writing, and arithmetic.
Fuck off. My kids don't need, and stop saying this. Don't got another. I think it's in Indiana. I don't know. Again, I pulled a shit ton of stuff this week, guys. There's a bill going up, and again, I don't think the bill goes far enough. It's for pre-K, which is 3 years old, to 3rd grade. You're not going to talk about sexuality. You're not going to talk about, you know, the LGBT movement. You're not going to talk about, you know, all that bullshit. You're not going to talk about homosexual sex. You're not going to talk about straight sex. Not going to talk about, you know, and they even put provisions in for the gay teachers. Well, what happens if the student asks me if I'm gay? And you say yes. You answer them honestly. Now, you're going to go into the details of your bedroom scene with your lover? No, you're not. That is against the rule. And again, this is the way school used to be.
But why would that child even ask that right there? You know, like
I know, right?
Unless you're basically showing or doing something that I'm saying, you know,
Fuck. I'm again, my 10-year-old is not going to walk out of this house and see someone walking down the street holding hands, a man holding hands with a man or a woman holding hands with a woman. He's not going to ask. You know why? Are you guys gay? He's not going to ask. You know why? Because he can give a fuck. He's 10 years old. He wants to go sledding down the hill. That's it. That's what my kid wants to do. He doesn't give a shit if you're gay.
These kids don't worry about this stuff right here. I'm saying it be these teachers that be desperate for the attention and things like that be basically doing all this stuff. Because like I said, we got these idiotic young indoctrinated ass teachers who want to basically, I'm saying, push their damn activism that they don't.
Oh fuck, where is that? Anyways, it might be up here. And remind me to get back to David Pac-Man here in a minute.
Oh God,
because we are gonna finish up with that motherfucker. God damn that motherfucker. I had a video, and I wasn't gonna show. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. 13-year-old trans stripper in a gay bar, stripping on a pole. Okay. And everybody in the Alphabet Mafia wants you to believe that that is stunning and brave. And what a beautiful sight that is for a 13-year-old to be dancing for a bunch of gay men.
Yeah, if you're a fucking pervert. Only a pervert would find that shit stunning and brave and wonderful and all that shit right there.
I found it disgusting. And again,
no same person is going to be looking at a 13-year-old doing some bullshit right there and be like, oh my God, that's fucking brave. No, only sick-minded perverts would say that shit.
Yeah. And again, I wasn't going to show the video. I was just going to, bring the article up, and they had a picture. And his 13-year-old boy dancing for a bunch of gay men. And it was disgusting. And the guys tongues out. They fucking thought that was great shit. I put myself in these positions. What happens if a 13-year-old girl comes out and dances on a pole? First thing I'm doing is grabbing the tablecloth off the fucking table and covering her ass up, and then beating the fuck out of every goddamn guy that's cheering it on.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And then finding the parents and beating the fuck out of both of them. Again, and you had people in the media going, "How dare you? How dare you attack a gay trans person for dancing in a gay bar?"
And that's what I'd say. Flip it on their motherfucking ass and things like that. Hell shit. Show a video of a 13-year-old girl doing that shit for a bunch of motherfucking perverted ass men. I'm pretty sure the story would be very different.
I don't know anymore because we're reading articles. You did that story a couple weeks ago. Fucking school teacher molested the goddamn boy. Not going to jail. Not going to prison. This shit,
not just molested, but got knocked
pregnant.
Up by him.
Yeah.
And the boys and I'm pretty sure the boys got to pay child support and all this shit right there. But yeah, not a lick of jail. Oh, you have to register as a sex offender, but not a lick of jail. Flip that shit around, Let that have been a guy, I'm saying knock up a 13-year-old girl. All goddamn. Everybody goddamn torches and pitchforks.
Oh yeah. Wood chippers, all that shit. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But these people in the media, they want to be woke. They want to be accepted. They don't want to be called haters. They want to be called homophobes, transphobes, whatever, folks. I don't give a shit anymore. Fuck you. You're dirt. You're scum. If you believe that a 13-year-old boy dancing for a bunch of gay adults is okay, you're a scumbag. You deserve to be shamed out of society. Fuck you.
I say, they are just as sick as if the people, I'm saying, if it was the other goddamn way around.
Again, this week has been just infuriating to me watching. Here, let me bring up this guy's thread. This guy's thread is pretty much, this is not a majority, but a lot of the fucking tweets that I tweets and news articles I pulled, because I was sitting there and I'm like, again, when it happened, I went, oh, trans. Ooh, media's gonna drop this like a hot potato. They ain't gonna touch this. I watched it here in California when I think it was a Korean man went on a fucking shooting spree. The news media did everything they possibly could before the identifiers came out on this man to make him look white because they had surveillance video. And they even lightened up the goddamn picture that the police dropped.
Oh yeah, I remember when they.
Then when it came out he was Korean and it was a domestic dispute, they dropped that shit instantly. They didn't want to touch it. And it was like, oh, okay. So I thought the second we found out it was part of the protected class, they weren't gonna touch this. I didn't think they were gonna go so far as to say it wasn't his fault. It was the school's fault because they made him this way. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's what they do. That's what they do when they can't instantly sweep something under. They want to sweep it under the rug, but once they realize that they can't sweep it under the rug, yeah, they quick to go to their usual. Well, blame it on this, blame it on that.
They're trying to blame the parents because the parents didn't accept their gayness, their transness, and I'm like, you know what? Again, I'm just gonna be real here. Nobody has to accept shit. I don't give a fuck. I live in a country where I don't have to accept you. Black, white, green, blue. I don't have to accept you. I have every right to be a fucking asshole. Every right to be a fucking racist. I have a right to be a fucking homophobe and a transphobe. The right I don't have is to go out and beat your ass or to stir up shit that is going to fuck up your life. But I don't have to accept you. That is not, I don't live in that country. I don't have to accept shit. Parents don't have to accept their child. If parents disagree with what the child is, hey, that sucks. That sucks. As a parent, that sucks.
She doesn't give that person a right to go out there and and violently attack somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go out there and kill somebody. Oh, my parents didn't love me, motherfuckers.
Well, wait, guess what? I know a lot of people whose parents didn't love them. You know what? They didn't go shoot up a goddamn school. Fuck. Most of the people I know came out of single parent homes. Usually the mother raised them. They're all well adjusted. Do they have some issues? Did they have some issues growing up? Yeah, we all did. Yes, we did. But we learned how to deal with them. You know why? Because our fucking parents taught us how to, you're going to have to deal with this shit. I can't deal with this for you. You have to learn. That's what I tell
my youngest daughter. My youngest daughter is getting to that point where it's like, she's realizing that I'm saying how cruel the world could be and things like that. I'm like, well, sweet, there's going to be a lot of people out there, like no matter what you do, no matter how nice you are and things like that, there's just some people out there who just ain't going to like you. They just going to like you just not to like you. I go through the exact same thing right there, but I know how to cope with it. I know how to deal with it. I just basically ignore those people right there, Yeah, I'm saying, surround yourself with people who are gonna like you and who are gonna accept you and all that right there and things like that. Instead of goddamn, using those people who don't like you as a reason to go out there and be an asshole.
Hey, nobody, how you doing, man? Spittle Jenner's part of I don't want to say the problem, but yeah, Jenner kind of kicked it off. Jenner made it very. You had to accept Jenner. I still see, I see Caitlyn. I still see Bruce Jenner carrying the flag through the 1976 Olympics. All right, that's what I see when I see Caitlyn.
Yeah, that was Caitlyn. Good.
Because that's what we saw in the Wheaties box for 10 years was Bruce Jenner carrying that American flag because American hadn't won the decathlon in decades. It was a great feat. Fucking beautiful. After that, Bruce Jenner disappeared. Mary Lou Retton, one of the greatest gymnasts I watched in '84. I have no fucking idea what she's doing today. Now, is she going to transition? God, I hope not. She was so damn cute back in '84.
Probably not. I don't know right there, but it's like, when Jenner basically came out and things like that, they came out, basically being an asshole at first, but eventually they their personality basically changed right there. And of course, they lost the left support right there when they basically started, pushing Republican views. And of course, all of a sudden, Caitlyn wasn't all of a sudden, like I said, you know, it wasn't a she and things like that. You got Joy Behar, ugly motherfucker. That woman has a VIP section in hell.
Yeah, she does.
She
Absolutely.
got a VIP section.
She gonna be sitting.
Oh, Caitlyn's just he all with.
Yeah, Caitlyn was a hero.
Basically, the people. Yeah, the people who don't count out to your things like that now, it's all of a sudden, you know, okay to be just.
Caitlyn was a hero in 2016 when Caitlyn went and peed in Trump Tower. Oh, Caitlyn, that's brave. And Trump turned around. I still, to this day, am amazed that well, I shouldn't be amazed. But Trump turned around and goes, Caitlyn, you pee wherever you want to pee. Whatever bathroom you decide, you go pee. And I was like, well, why is Caitlyn a hero then? Trump doesn't give a fuck. Trump didn't give a fuck. But no, Caitlyn was a hero. Caitlyn showed the man. Caitlyn did nothing. Caitlyn walked into a goddamn bathroom and peed. Yay, Caitlyn. Fuck you. What pissed me off about Caitlyn was ESPN Woman of the Year. But he's not. Because Caitlyn still had his junk too. He hadn't transitioned. He just put on some makeup, some little surgery here, breast implants. Not a woman. Leah Thomas, whatever. Not a woman. Fuck you.
Oh.
Not Woman of the Year. Fuck off. Just fuck off with this shit. Stop fucking taking shit away. And again, JK Rowling, man, she comes out and she goes, this is why I'm pissed. The motherfuckers that we've been complaining about keeping us down for centuries and millennia are trying to keep us down, are trying to kick us out of our own fucking spaces, trying to tell us how to be women. Men are trying to tell JK, this is not how you're a woman. You need to learn how to be a woman. I think JK knows how to be a woman. I really do.
That's the wild part. So
Dylan Mulvaney is offensive to me because motherfuckers out there, I'm a woman. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You're a flamboyant dude in a dress. That's all you are. You know, back in the 80s, we would have called you a flaming homo. Not as a derogatory thing, but that's just the easiest way for a child to describe what he's seeing. Now, as we got older, we learned that there's this word called flamboyant. Again, not derogatory. It's just a description to describe what you saw. Dylan Mulvaney is a flamboyant homosexual.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Who is mocking and using the transgender community to try to get into Hollywood.
And it's working.
Yep, and it's working. He couldn't do it as a flamboyant gay guy, so he had to pretend to be a girl in order to get what he wants, which is to get into Hollywood. So like what the Drew Barrymore show, which that oh god,
that hurt my heart too.
I looked at the whole entire thing, and I'm just I see this exactly for what it basically is. You know, Dylan's popular. Drew Barrymore needed the fucking ratings for her goddamn show. That is the only reason why she did that bullshit right there. You know, he needed the Hollywood attention. She needed the ratings, because none of them believe that bullshit. But they have to go with it because, you know, hey, I got to keep my job.
God, I hope you're right. I hope she doesn't believe that shit. I had a crush on her.
No, they don't believe that shit right there. But they know, like, if they're in Hollywood, if they're in the entertainment industry, they have to push this shit. Otherwise, if they don't, guess what? Bye career. No more Drew Barrymore show.
Which might not be a bad thing. I've seen it a couple times.
Yeah, why you think?
Now, we could just get the Daily Show thrown off the air. We'd be good.
Yeah, why you think a lot of intelligent? I'm saying, like for instance, look at Gina Carano, man. Gina Carano was one.
But Gina Carano, she's a hottie too, man. She's a hottie, and I was still on Twitter when I read, you know, what she got canceled for, and I'm like, she didn't say anything that's not right. So, fuck you people. How dare you?
She supported Trump.
Yeah. And the people that booted her just came out a couple months ago when they were firing up the Mandalorian third season, saying, "Oh no, we're absolutely right in firing her." And I'm like, God damn it!
Yeah, but the people who fired her and
Stated
things like that.
facts.
Look at all the wild stuff that they goddamn said, man, which is all anti and all.
I didn't.
But because they got the the right politics and all that right there. Oh, that's okay.
hmm The fact that the
These
View is still on the air is disgusting. Those are some of the most hateful bitches
oh
on the
man,
face of the planet. The only person missing in that fucking hate group is Bette Midler. That's it. And Kathy Griffin. You bring those two bitches on, you got it. Those are the
yeah,
most hateful motherfuckers on the face of the planet. And the shit that comes out of their mouth is disgusting.
yeah.
Because they're the ones that are defending people like the killer on Monday. They came right out. Oh, the right wing is going to pounce on this. Well, what about the left wing? You fucking douchebag!
They're the
I'm watching
main
the left wing for
they're the
2
main
fucking
ones fanning
days.
the flames.
God. And because you disagree with them politically, socially, you are a fascist and you are a Nazi, and you need to be re-educated. You need to be shunned from society. That's
Yeah.
the way these people fucking think.
Like Joy Behar. This used to be the first woman to talk about, like I said, like all those conservatives are racist and things like that. But the first one to talk about, black Republicans and how awful and how they're not even a human.
Yeah, I can't think of the guy's
Clarence
name.
Thomas, that blackface clown.
Yeah, that fucking blows my mind. You sit there and you have black folks that are coming out, like when the speaker thing was going on. And what's his name? Donald. Was it Donald? Um, Black gentleman, cool dude. Someone had posted something in our Discord with something from him about 6 months earlier, and I kind of been watching him on Twitter after that, and I was like, this motherfucker knows exactly what he's talking about. This is a motherfucker. If he ran for president, I'd vote for this guy. That's how good I liked it, or how much I like this man. Not because he's black, not because of anything else. It's because he's a down to earth dude that looks at things from a critical perspective and with a certain sense of logic and goes, yeah, you are telling me right now that a man can give birth to a child. Okay, I'm going to laugh at you now. I'm going to tell you you're full of shit. That's the reason I can support this man. It's nothing else to do with it. He comes out for the, during the speaker blow up. Fucking View pasted that motherfucker. He's just a white black supremacist. And I'm like, wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? Oh, we're going down the Larry Elder Road. He's the new face of white supremacy, a black man.
That's how they do.
No, and this motherfucker, he's like, no, baby. I'm black. I am black. I'm as black as anything on the face of the planet. I was raised by a black woman. I was taught by a black woman. Don't you dare compare me to them motherfuckers. And it was like, yes, thank you.
He's not their version of black,
Right. It's like, you racist motherfuckers. God.
But they'll be the first ones calling other people racist. But they'll be the first ones, goddamn, showing their true color. All you gotta do, be a black person that doesn't agree with them and see how fast they drop the N-bomb towards your ass.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got yeeted from Twitter for hate speech. You go follow Bette Midler, Kathy Griffin, Ron Perlman, Keith Olbermann, Joy Behar. You go follow those people. That's fucking hate speech. Well, not hate speech, but that is hateful rhetoric right there. Those motherfuckers, you don't agree with them. They hate you. They don't want anything to do with you. Yeah. They don't want to be in the same room with you. Did you see AOC blow up when she found out she was staying? She took a picture with.
That shit was funny as hell. And that's how you know AOC ain't nothing but a brainless puppet. It's like, how you gonna talk crap about somebody and then you sit there and take a picture with them, not knowing who the fuck they are?
called that girl every name in the fucking book from one of her house meetings, investigations, and you don't know you're standing right next to her. I think even I would recognize that girl at this point, You just sat there and railed on her in an investigation, and you didn't know you were taking a picture with her. Oh, and look at her lose her shit. I was like, you're right. You were absolutely. I hadn't thought about that, Pat. But you're absolutely. That's how you know they're full of shit.
Yeah, that's how you know they're idiots. Like how you gonna take a picture of somebody else? That's like me. Like if I'm talking shit about somebody and things like that, and all of a sudden, man, they just pop up like that. Oh, sure, no problem. How the fuck you going? You just were talking shit about me. How you?
And it was like
don't you know who I am?
Fuck. Absolutely right. That's how you know they're full of shit. Oh, yeah. I love you. I love you. I love. Oh, wait, you're who? You heathen.
Yeah, I remember Sam pulled that shit on her because, like I said, she was doing the exact same to him, and all of a sudden he showed up. He showed up like on the steps of or whatever things like that, and she was coming up, and he was like, "Yeah, here come my favorite big booty Latina AOC right there," and she just sitting up there just smile, throwing peace signs at the at the camera right there, and somebody had to basically you do this Alex Stein, right? Yeah. When they explained to her, "Oh my God, that bigot, that." Like, no, but not too long ago, goddamn it, hell shit, you were smiling for his pictures and all that stuff right there. Idiot. Idiot, a lot of them.
And again, you let this bitch stay in Congress, that's on you guys, man. Because she'll be there for 40 years just like Pelosi.
Yeah, because why? She's on her fucking knees.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
Oh, God. But yeah, I will never let AOC, I'm saying, anytime you talking, yeah, you're the one who didn't recognize, I'm saying, somebody you were talking cash shit about.
And they're all guilty of it. They're all guilty of it. It blows my mind. You would think, again, I think if I was standing next to Libs of TikTok, I'd have recognized her. That's talking shit about her. Oh, okay. Guys, give me a picture just in case so I know what this bitch looks like. So she doesn't do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Okay. Let's go through this. All right. Now, some of the posts have been taken down because Twitter has either deleted the account, suspended the account. Like the first one, I went, the account no longer exists because they posted some hateful shit. I saw it on Monday. I was actually surprised that it took the media a few days to catch on to it. The Trans Day of Vengeance. I saw that shit on Saturday. On Monday, I was seeing account after account after account going down for reposting that. Yeah. And then they come out and say, wow, we're against hate speech. Well, that fucking post had been up for 2 weeks, you assholes. And the account that posted it is still up. And it's protected. Now, the Trans Day of Vengeance is no more. They have canceled it because they can't provide enough security because they got so many threats. Which is going to bring us back to David Pacman because apparently he was threatened too.
Which they didn't get threats. What it basically was, all the stuff that they were calling for and things like that. It basically made them look bad.
Yeah. And it took Ranting Monkey on, I think it was 2 days ago. He talked about it and he said that he saw or he has seen articles from March 10th. So it had been out at least 2 weeks. That post. And the fact that it took Twitter, and the thing is, Twitter fucking went after a lot of people for reposting it, going, what is this shit? How does Twitter allow this? Twitter suspended MTG's account. Again, the fact that you motherfuckers make me defend this bitch sometimes pisses me off. But her account was suspended.
Yeah, it was her. It was Ollie London. It was a lot of other people who were just basically, basically showing awareness of it. Wasn't even goddamn.
Yeah. Andy No had an entire thread taken down because he posted on it, and he went, this is what they're putting out there, people. And he did an entire thread on, the trans violence that was coming. He's like,
Yeah,
you better be paying attention.
it was making the transgender people look bad. And of course, we can't have that right there, especially when we're pushing this thing over there, the victim.
Yeah. And again, you got to, everybody's going, oh, see, Elon's just going to run Twitter the way, same old rules. Again, Elon's only had it for 6 months. Give him time. He's dealing with 16, 17 years of woke crap. Or is some shit going to get hit? I've seen some of Elon's responses to this week. He is not, no, he ain't buying into any of this bullshit anybody's trying to spin. No. But you got to give Twitter some time. Now, does that mean I may be completely wrong? We may look back in a year and go, yeah, same old goddamn Twitter. We may. I don't know. But you can't sit here and hammer Elon. Give the motherfucker some time. He'll figure it out, I hope. And again, I may be wrong.
Nazi?
Yeah, Elon's a Nazi and a fascist. Oh, racist. Yeah, I forgot.
It's being repeated
Yeah.
over and
Because
over.
he took away the liberal. He took away the liberal.
Yes, even the 10-year-old knows. He's like, you know why the 10-year-old knows? Because he sits there and he watches what Daddy does, and he's like, Dad, how is it? Is this normal? No, it's not normal. Not everybody's a fascist. Not everybody's a Nazi. Not everybody's a racist. Not everybody. Hey, Dad, is that a woman? No, that's a hairy man in a dress. That's exactly. He looked at Jeffrey Marsh and went, "That's a woman? That's not a woman, Dad." And I'm like, "You're absolutely right. It's not."
You're right.
I'm sorry. Reality is reality, and I'm gonna call reality reality. Fuck you. You can call me all the names you want. I'm still calling reality reality. Fuck you. And yes, when I see the little fat boy, 13, 14-year-old fat kid walking through the grocery store with lime green hair, piercings all in his face, wearing a skirt, and his fat mom walking beside him with fucking bright blue hair, yes, I am going to giggle my ass off. I'm going to despise the mother, and I'm going to feel sorry for the son. Because the son probably is having a difficult time. I used to be a short, fat kid myself. I ate a lot of shit, dealt with it, did not have to put on a skirt, did not have to go get piercings in my face, did not dye my hair lime green. You know why? My parents wouldn't have accepted it. They just said, no, baby. No. You don't like being the short, fat kid? Go lose some weight. That's what they would have told me. But no, this mother wants me to accept the son as a female. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm not doing that. That is a boy. That's a boy. And there ain't nothing in the world that is going to change that. Now, am I going to walk up and start laughing in this child's face? Fuck no. Am I going to sit there and accost the mother? Fuck no. But am I going to turn around and walk away giggling my ass off at the ridiculousness that I just saw? Yes. Because if I don't, I'm going to explode. Fuck.
Because God damn.
Nah, we actually had this happen at the grocery store, and I had to turn around and walk away. I was giggling my ass off. I was like, God damn it. Even here, we live in a bastion of, well, okay, I thought we did. I found out after all the snowstorms, we do not live in a bastion of people that can take care of themselves. Because we had people claiming that they were starving to death when they had canned tuna, chicken, vegetables, all this shit in their cupboards. But I almost starved to death. No, you didn't, motherfucker. You just didn't want to eat the shit that you had in your cupboard. That's it. Oh, I almost dehydrated to death because I didn't have any water. Well, that's because you were too stupid to go out and grab a pot full of snow and fucking warm it up on the goddamn stove, you dickhead. God damn. So, yeah, there you have it. Okay. I'll be honest, I forget what this is about. Let's see. A.G. Garland says the motive for the Nashville Christian School massacre has not yet been identified.
Do you plan on opening a hate crime investigation for the targeting of Christians?
The FBI and ATF are both on the scene, working with the local police. As of now, motive hasn't been identified, and the police chief said at his last press conference that they don't yet have reached a conclusion with respect to motive. We are certainly working full-time with them to try and determine what the motive is, and of course, motive is what determines whether it's a hate crime or not.
That was the longest hell no I ever heard.
Yeah, I know, right? Right. Holy shit. Again, oh fuck, I can't do this. God damn it. Fuck.
And that guy is old too.
Hey, we're not gonna be ageist here.
Ageist.
Yes, ageist.
What is
Hey, I can use their words too.
I don't know. It's yeah, cause if we start filling our damn, like government up with these young motherfuckers nowadays, like we're definitely fucked.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, let's go to the headline here. Former Christian school student kills 3 children, 3 staff in Nashville shooting. Okay, again, if it was a white man or a black man or a brown man, it would have been in the goddamn headline. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Would have been in the fucking headline.
I don't think black man or would have been in the headline.
You don't?
No, because look at that Wakasha thing right there. Once they found out that dude was black, shit, it was anything but.
Yeah, okay. Okay. All right.
Shit, they blamed the car.
Yeah, they blamed. Yeah, that's right. They did. They actually did blame the car. He may have lost his brakes while his engine was revving up, coming down the thing, and he was shifting.
How dare that car with nobody in it just run through those folks?
Fuck. Okay. Nashville shooters mixed up transgender identity sends shockwaves through the trans community. Listen, it sent shockwaves through the country because 3 9-year-olds got killed. All right. The trans thing, that's yes, that may or may not again play into it, but the fact that 3 kids got blown away, and I read an article this morning. Actually, I've read a couple articles this morning. One of them was the trans shooter, or the shooter. We'll just do shooter, whatever. Had 2 other schools in mind. Went to them. There was too much security. Picked the one that had the least amount of security. All right. So this motherfucker was looking at schools. This motherfucker was looking to kill children. You do not go into a school with a gun. You do not plan on killing children. I'm sorry. Fuck you. So, fuck you.
Because that was my whole entire thing. Right on. About like how you said earlier. When everybody heard about this right here, they just knew that somebody went up in the school and shot up a lot of folks, and 3 of them were children right there. Everybody was angry about that. But when you found out they were trans and things like that, that's when all of a sudden the anger started dividing. Was, well, I'm angry at what this person did, but since they trans, I gotta defend them. Well, I gotta because the cause and the agenda and the narrative. Fuck that.
Yeah. You don't want to hear why the motherfucker did it. You want to sit there and say, well, it's the parents. It was the school. It was this. It was that. It's not the motherfucker that did it. We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all the shit that motherfucker had to deal with and, over the last 15 years. Fuck. Are you kidding me?
That's what the people with an agenda to push. That's what they do. People like us, we're gonna be like, fuck this person right here. I'm Pat don't say it.
Say it, Pat, say it.
Because like I said, it's totally very unchristian of me, but it's like I'm saying, I'm not shedding no tears that the police popped this motherfucker.
No, neither am I.
And I'm glad this motherfucker is roasting in hell right now as we goddamn speak. Man, you spend a whole eternity of having shots for what the fuck you did. I know that's on. Gotta push me for that, but I'll pray for forgiveness. But I'm not, sad this motherfucker's gone.
No. And the fact that this motherfucker's gone means that the family's not going to have to go through a fucking long trial. They're not going to have to go through all the bullshit. So again, there's a lot of positives in this motherfucker getting smoked. All right. And fuck you. Do not give me, this was, oh shit, I read an article today, Pat. the cops were transphobic. They killed a trans person. And I'm
Oh.
like, holy fuck.
Between that and the radical ass motherfucking tweets and shit.
So the cops were transphobic because they killed the motherfucker that was marching through a school shooting people.
Like I told you, I'm saying these are the sheep. These are the hive minds. That's the shit that they would fucking say. Because like I told you, the cause and the agenda is the only thing that's important to them right there. Any fact or logic, that goes above their head. They don't care what the person did. All they know is that person is trans and they must defend them. Oh, I hate that. I can't stand that.
This is where, and again, I've been saying it for the last few streams. Trans folks, get a hold of your fucking narrative. Take control of this shit. Start pushing back on this insanity. Because again, most of the trans folks, they don't want any part of this. They ain't buying into, the cops were transphobic. They say, fuck you.
Yeah,
it's a crazy person walking through a goddamn school.
And some have been speaking out. They just ain't being listened to because of the loud ass, like activists who are defending this shit and calling them.
Yeah, they're not being handed the microphone or the bullhorn, the fucking scream. Nah, y'all fuck right off. No, that's a crazy person to walk through a goddamn school. This is not the trans community's fault. Yeah. Is this the trans community's fault? I will say it's the alphabet mafia community's fault. They keep fucking pressing this bullshit of we need to get violent.
And those are the ones who they are giving who they are giving the spotlight and the microphones and putting on the motherfucking news shows, stuff like that. The ones that are gonna keep the ones that are gonna keep people like fear mongered and angry and all this shit right there. They're the ones who are being handed the microphone.
Hydrochloric. Jesus, right. God damn. Hydrochloric enemas. All righty. Okay. Oops.
How much do we have left? Because like I said, I gotta go run an errand in a few.
Well, we'll blow through this real quick then. Let's see. Nashville mass school shooter was rejected by her Christian parents. There's justification right there, guys.
It's Christianity's fault.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
First and Second Amendments.
Yeah, this bitch.
And Michelle, this is coming at a time when the First and Second Amendments are in a real tension, right? Not real tension among the public. I mean, it's like an 80-20 issue. Even gun owners overwhelmingly want stronger gun laws. It's just, as Shannon said, the gun lobby and the politicians they own that are refusing to let it happen. But you have this in the state of Tennessee, which, ironically is the Scopes monkey trial state, right? Where they used to have a law against teaching evolution in public schools. They now are racing to enact these First Amendment limiting laws to limit things like drag shows. You have rampant book banning. I think Tennessee might be the...
Okay, fuck you and fuck you. Joy, they don't want kids in adult fucking venues with guys shaking their junk in the children's faces.
And she knows that, but if she doesn't say that, then she doesn't have no job. Like I told you, man, Joy Reid is one of the most tapped into. Oh God, man! Yeah. Between her and Whoopi Goldberg, oh my God, and Don, man, that's all they do. God damn it! I mean, they got
Actually, I think we have DonLemon later on in this thread.
The most aggressive book banning state.
They call me coon, man. Shit, you can't get no more coonish than her.
Wrong. You're fucking wrong. Oh shit. God damn it, Pat. I lost my train of thought on that one. Well done. Oh, they're not banning books. They're keeping books out of schools. They're not banning shit. I can go to Amazon right now, pick up any of the books y'all claim are banned. Fuck you. If I want my kid to read about why?
Boogie. That's what they gotta do. They gotta, I'm saying, they gotta install that boogeyman.
I'm gonna clip you saying that for my sound pad. Every time we talk about something like this, I'm just gonna play boogie. Because that's all it is. Fuck.
And so they're essentially saying it's too dangerous to allow children to be exposed to a drag show. A drag queen is dangerous to children. These books are dangerous to children. But when it comes to guns, they're like, no, put more guns where children are. It is an irony that's hard to get away from during this time of moral panic over books, history, and drag shows.
And I fear that the identity of the murderer here is only going to reinforce that. I mean, this is,
At least she called her a murderer. I'll give her that. Okay, why did NBC find it productive to publish this quote after the attack in Nashville? We are terrified for the LGBT community. Here, Kim Spoon, a trans activist based in Knoxville, Tennessee, said more blood's going to be shed, and it's not going to be shed in a school. Okay, so we're back to genocide. All right. I ain't reading douchebag's name. Was blessed to be taken from this horrible world. So many people are choosing not to have children because they are not safe. They're not safe from you motherfuckers. They're not safe from people wanting to butcher them. They're not safe from people wanting to indoctrinate them. They're not safe. Get in line, worker bee. Do your job. That is what I have been raising my kids to rebel against. The worker bee mentality, the Borg mentality. Resistance is futile. Fuck you, it's not. You just do what you're fucking told and don't question shit. That's what these people want. They want drones. They want fucking drones that are going to go out and do what they're told.
And what Joy Reid is basically saying right there, it's not. I'm saying it's not what the drag. I'm saying the kid, around the drag queen. It's what the drag queen is doing.
Yes.
Then I'm saying the drag queen is out there shaking their junk and doing all this sexual bullshit in front of a damn child that you're saying is okay. These books are basically, I'm saying, saying all this motherfucking LGBT, all this propaganda and stuff like that, talking sex to children and all this stuff right there, which she's saying is okay. Oh, that's okay. That's okay and stuff like that. But having something that's going to protect yourself if used properly, oh no, we can't have that.
And again, I asked the question, why the fuck do you need drag queens to read to children? Why is this a necessity in life? It's not. These motherfuckers want to do the literacy thing, take off the goddamn makeup, put on a pair of jeans, and go to the goddamn library if you're so concerned about literacy in that community. End of story. You're not going to have a goddamn person bitching about nothing. The drag shows, again, drag is an adult thing. It's burlesque. You are not going to take a fucking 9-year-old child to a strip club. You are not going to take them to a burlesque show. You're just not going to do it. You know why? Because you're not an idiot. You're not going to expose your children to some adult shit that they ain't going to understand.
But that's what these parents, these white liberal parents want to do. Now I'm pretty sure there are some non-white, parents, like who did this exact same thing, but it's hardly being shown or it's hardly being seen.
I tell you what I haven't seen. Some grandma, some black grandmother from Alabama taking her 12 grandkids to the fucking drag show. I haven't seen it either. You know why? Because grandma be up there beating someone's ass for dancing like that in front of children. Because grandma, again, is still grounded in reality.
And that's another thing that they ain't pointing out right there, man. I'm saying, you notice what I'm saying, like when it comes to all this stuff right here, who's doing it? The white liberal female. And of course, the white liberal female is always getting her fucking way.
And the cuck husband. Because the few men you will see at these shows look exactly like the motherfuckers Pat described at the beginning of the stream. They're all the same looking motherfucker.
Man.
You all know that their wives peg them at night. You know that they are cucks sitting in the goddamn at the end of the bed watching their fucking woman get railed. They ain't going to deny shit to their wives because they're afraid of their wives. Or they buy into the bullshit. Like I said, this may be the stream that gets my channel taken down. All
Glad
right,
to
we
be a
got
part
Saint.
of it.
Yeah, and you get to go down with me. Right wing seems to be celebrating that the Nashville shooter was trans. No, nobody's celebrating this.
No.
Are we asking questions? Yes. And it's not just people on the right, it's people on the left that are asking questions too. It's people that have an ounce of fucking sense, an ounce of critical thinking. These are the people that are asking, what the fuck caused this? You know, stop with the it's right left bullshit. How about we
Yeah.
start to figure out what caused this?
And if there's anything that they're basically pointing out, see, you guys aren't the perfect little, I'm saying, angels that y'all got to try to portray yourselves are. You know, y'all got horrible people too, but you don't want to admit that.
Again, welcome to equality. You have bad people too. Fuck. Call them out. Start calling these motherfuckers out.
That's what I'm saying, you know, and that's the difference between them and I'm saying and the people that they hate, you know, unlike them, you know, we call the bad apples out. Y'all, like I said, you know, oh, this is a whole person. Oh, they trans. Oh, I can't say nothing. Bull fucking shit. I don't care if this killer was Christian. I'd still be saying the same thing I'm saying right now.
Exactly. Look, I'm gonna do a hypothetical here. If I went on a racist rant about black people, you know who'd call me out? Every single motherfucker that's ever been on stream with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? Because it was racist. And they don't want to be around that shit. And they're going to call it out for the racist bullshit it is. It's not a bad thing to call out racist. It's not a bad thing to call out. Look, this is a crazy motherfucker went and shot up a school. We're allowed to call it out. Stop with the fucking identity bullshit. Stop with the protected class bullshit. Stop it. Just stop. Nobody's protected in this world. I don't know anybody's protected, Pat. I've seen the shit you put up with on Twitter, seen the shit you put up with here on YouTube. You're not protected.
No.
Because you got the wrong opinions, motherfucker. I got the wrong opinions and the wrong color skin, and I got a dick and balls. Okay, ball. I ain't protected. Shit, Becca's not protected anymore. She's a white woman. My wife's not protected. She's a white woman. Hey, get the fuck out of here. Hell, Chaos Eve isn't protected. Blair White isn't protected. You know why? Because they got the wrong fucking opinions too.
Mm-hmm. You want to talk about somebody goddamn who gets threats, man? Shoot. But Blair's in the state where she can protect herself now.
Oh, did she move out of California?
Yeah, she moved to Austin.
Oh, good for her. Yeah. I'm not sure if Austin's the best place, but
well, like I say, it's lit party too, but it's down here in Texas, so you know you can carry it. So yeah, they ain't gonna run up on Blur because they already know it's right. And Blur knows how to shoot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen a few of her videos. Yeah, she does. Yeah, you motherfucker.
Oh yeah, she can handle a gun and shit. So you ain't running up on Blur. She gonna pop your ass. Yeah. And I'm like, that's what your bitch ass get.
Okay, we're gonna get Chank. Fuck off. Nobody's bullying anybody. In case it's not clear yet, or in case it's not yet clear, the problem is the Republicans. Again, fuck off. Fuck off. Look, politicians in general are corrupt. They are. Both sides of the aisle. I don't give a shit which side you identify with. Both sides are corrupt. If you don't recognize that, that's on you, and you're blind as a fucking bat. Go look at the fucking power brokers in Washington on both sides of the aisle. They're all fucking corrupt. Go look at their bank accounts before they got elected to Congress and look at them now. They're all fucking corrupt. So don't give me this bullshit. It's one side of the aisle. It's not. And you motherfuckers
not that shoot green badger. To our well blessed shoots.
Hey Nacho, how you doing, man? We're blowing through a Twitter thread of the most. This is from a couple days ago too. Okay, let's see. Okay, but have you tried to grow up as an LGBTQ youth in a strict religious home church? I know lots of gay folks. And again, they didn't go out and blow up a fucking school or blow away children. They didn't. They didn't. You know, a lot of them, it took years, but their parents eventually accepted them for who they were. All right. Not saying that happens all the time. I'm not saying it happens in a strictly religious household. I don't know. I don't live in a strictly religious household. But fuck you. Again, this isn't an LGB problem, I don't think. It's the T that keeps tagging along. And they keep throwing the T in with the LGB. And again, LGB people, the fuck. I know you ain't down on all this shit. Fuck. All right. It's strict religion. Again, you're gonna excuse this because they were raised in a religious household. We're gonna go there.
Yeah, that's what most of them are doing. They trying to find every excuse that they can to not blame this person right here simply because they were trans. You know, fuck that they were a horrible person. They were a horrible person. Fuck that they committed a horrible act. But because there's something that they themselves can't, won't. You know what I'm saying, won't. I'm saying convince, condemning things like that. Oh, they can't. They can't say anything.
And you have people like Jeffrey Marsh that are out there preaching to these teenagers, these kids, how to fucking walk away from your family. If your family doesn't accept you, this is what you have to do for your own safety. Fuck. Stop it. Stop it. You are fucking these kids are already got problems. They're going to deal with issues. And now you are telling them to walk away from the one stable thing that they've known their entire lives because these people are questioning, not necessarily, how did this person resenting them or not accepting them. Look, Moo walked out of his room right now and went, Dad, I'm gay. I am going to have questions. That is not a bad thing. Does that mean I'm going to disown Moo? No. But I'm going to have questions.
Like I'm saying, like, why do you?
I'm saying,
why do you feel that way? Like, what I'm saying, where did it begin and how did it, Yeah, you're gonna ask all this stuff right here because because if my daughter or my son was to basically do that right there, I'm gonna be this basically the same way. How do you know and things like that? When you step out there in the real world with this right here, that hey, not everybody's gonna be fully accepting of that whole entire thing, and not everybody's gonna is gonna be down with that right there. Especially like if you're a gay girl and you're trying to go stuff, you might not be cool with that.
It's something that you do as a fucking parent. You have to, because kids, they don't take all the factors into consideration that an adult might. I saw, and this is a different situation, but I've seen like Bill de Blasio, and I forget who the last one was. It was a black father who goes, I shouldn't have to do this in 2020 America. I sit my child down and I explain how they deal with getting pulled over by the police. I'm like, well, if every parent isn't doing that, they ain't doing their fucking job. My goddamn. And the speech that de Blasio gave his son and the speech that this father described that he gave his son, it's the same goddamn speech that the whitest motherfucker, 6'8", 400, baby blue eyes, that when he got pissed turned red, that's how light they were, sat me down, gave me the same goddamn speech about getting pulled over by the police because he didn't want to see his son get shot. Wasn't because I was white, wasn't because it was cops are jittery. They are fucking jittery, especially in 1980s California where cops were getting blown away on the fucking freeway for pulling people over. You had jittery cops. You still have jittery cops. I would give my daughter the same goddamn speech. Do not do anything. Do not make any quick movements. Keep your goddamn hands on the steering wheel. Turn the overhead light on. You do everything to help that police officer feel safe. Now, if you think you're being wronged, Do not rebel against the cop at that moment in time. You will deal with it at a later date.
Mm-hmm.
Do not fire your car up and drive off. Again, it's not a black thing. It's not a white thing. It's a kid thing. Kids tend to do stupid shit. Cops can do stupid shit. Cops can be jittery. You give them that speech because you want your child to walk away from that police stop intact and not shot up. Not, just stop it. If you're a parent, that's what you do. So if one of my children comes and says I'm gay, exactly what Pat said. I'm going to say, do you realize what you're about to, get yourself into here when you go, live with this? Yeah, I want my child to understand. Is that to say I don't accept him? No, I still accept my son. I've always told him I don't give a shit. And you love who you love, baby. But am I going to give him the speech that Pat just explained? Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what I do as a parent. I need to point out what he may not be thinking about. Sorry. Going on a rant. All right. Nashville. This one, Jesus Christ. Nashville shooter felt no other effective way to be seen. Headline says, or radical trans group says. I can't do this. China. Nashville shooting, another American failure to protect its children from gun violence.
Like I said, once again, with the way that this person was acting, if it wasn't a gun, it would have been something else.
I saw that bitch's car. I absolutely believe she'd have mowed down a fucking school with that thing. That thing would have gone through some fences and over some people before it stopped.
Like when people got evil thoughts in their goddamn mind and things like that, they don't care what they fucking use.
This is the one. Now, I wouldn't have taken a picture like this, me personally, especially if I'm a politician, because I know somewhere down the line it's going to come back and bite me in the ass.
Yeah.
Just like this one did. But you have Piers Morgan here. Yesterday, 3 9-year-old children and 3 adults were murdered in the latest U.S. school mass shooting. The district in Nashville, Tennessee, is represented in Congress by Representative Andy Ogles. This was his family's Christmas card last year. Now, I saw this when it came out. I think it was 2021. I went, oh, no, baby. No. Don't post that. Don't. That's going to come back and bite your ass.
Mm-hmm. And how the hell can Piers Morgan talk when he ain't goddamn talking about the fucking mass stabbings up in his goddamn area? Yeah. How you gonna talk about somebody else's goddamn country and your goddamn shit?
Piers,
boy.
After the teenage Ben Shapiro wiped the floor with you in the gun debate, you just need to shut the fuck up about guns. You really just shut up. One, you don't live here. You live in England. Shut the fuck up. All right. This one, suspended account. All right. Newsweek, LGBTQ plus groups told Newsweek that publishing the manifesto from the perpetrator on Monday's school shooting could have serious consequences.
Yeah, it'll make them look bad. That's what they're afraid of. And 9 times out of 10, that's exactly what their manifesto does.
Yeah. This one, 5 times at CNN misgendered. No correction. A mass shooting is horrible. Misgendering does not make anything
misgendering better. Yeah, fuck you, Karen.
Fuck. This is what you're most concerned about right now. Fuck you.
Like I said, another one appeasing the crocodile.
Yeah. Well, yep.
Like Monkey said, man, we need white women, reform.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, that being racist as fuck.
It's not. No, man. If it's true, it ain't racist. I don't give a fuck. No, man. We need to call all them male monkey women out. Fuck that shit. Them snow pigs. Fuck. I don't condone douchebag sack of shit's actions, though I understand their outrage against an intolerant state that brainwashes children through religious indoctrination. Wait, what?
But you're okay with LGBT indoctrination?
the reality is that this human still identified as that child attending that school and carried the pain into adulthood. Oh, okay. Even back in the 70s, the Bible was not allowed to be brought up in
Okay,
school.
and like, is this the only? And is this like the only school in Nashville?
No, apparently
Like,
there are a couple of others.
I understand this is a Christian school and things like that, but is this like the only school? They couldn't go. They couldn't go anywhere else.
No, they're going to blame the school. No, they want to blame the school. They blamed.
They want to
one of
blame everything except for the horrible person because
Yeah.
the horrible person is trans.
One of the headlines I read today, or one of the articles I read today, was about one of the 9-year-olds that got killed, and apparently, a father of that 9-year-old was counseling the person that murdered all those kids and the adults, and the shooter shot the 9-year-old because he couldn't shoot dad. Dad wasn't there.
Well,
And I'm like,
that's what they want everybody to think. Well, like, man, these folks are sick, man.
I'm like, okay, we need to, and it's like, okay, we're gonna do it straight. All right, NBC News. Fear pervades Tennessee's trans community amid focus on Nashville shooter's gender identity. We were already fearing for our lives. Now it's even worse. Okay, it might not be worse with a couple of things. You have trans activists out there screaming that more blood needs to be spilled after this. They came out and said, you need to arm yourselves. I have an article from the Daily Mail of people fucking standing there with AKs, ARs, fucking loading them up, saying, come at me. Or I'm going to shoot the first transphobe I see.
Or wearing T-shirts that saying trans right or else and got guns on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Those I'm saying, those are some of the people you should be goddamn calling out.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting up here, tomorrow, we got to fear for our life because, what I'm saying, the things that they're telling you to boogie about. But like, look in your own community, as you basically put it right there. And look at all the crazy motherfuckers that are doing this shit that they're doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is another one. This is from the PR director of the governor of Arizona. She has now since either been fired or quit her job, but this is what she posted: us when we see transphobes. Right after the shoot. And it's like, okay.
And you thought this was a motherfucker. And here the bitch is.
And here's the douchebag. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Do I have that video brought up yet? No, I don't. Okay, I guess I'll find it here in a minute because we're gonna skip the rest of the bullshit. I think you guys get the fucking idea, and Pat needs to get out of here. So let's get to douchebag here. Very surprising that there would be a mass shooting at a Christian school, given that lack of prayer is often blamed for these horrible events. God, I'm like, and you didn't expect to get punched dead in the face for this? Someone is going to punch you in the face, Dave, for this one. I'm sorry. And I'm not saying it's right, but you have to expect that people are going to find this offensive. Is it possible they weren't praying enough or correctly, despite being a Christian school?
And that's what people basically got called them out for this for right there, basically. I'm saying, so you're basically blaming the victims for being murdered. And then this asshole tried to backpedal and talk about, I was talking about Republicans who are always awful thoughts of prayer. No, you wouldn't.
Is this the right one? No. This motherfucker hit the headlines a few times this week too because of his dumb shit. We've done a few of his videos because he's a dickhead. He's an absolute douchebag. And he's again, part of the problem I have with these people, and part of the problem I have with the media, and if you think the media is out there to inform you, you're wrong. They are pushing an agenda. Fuck off. That's all they're doing. It's about advertising dollars, and it's about pushing an agenda. And go watch the Young Turks. Everyone says the Young Turks are extreme. Go watch them. Go watch Pac-Man. Go watch the Humanist Report. We've done a couple videos on that crazy motherfucker. Go watch, and then go and turn on CNN, MSNBC, ABC, CBS, NBC. They use all the same words, just like Mitch pointed out. The same goddamn words, same talking points, same arguments, framed the exact same way. Mitch is absolutely right. Watch how these motherfuckers use language.
Yeah, and I've seen people like Tim Pool and them and other folks right there who will basically take, like I was saying, clips of all these goddamn shows and stuff like that, and they're all saying the exact same fucking thing. They may like word something different here and there, but they're saying the exact same fucking thing all the time. All of them just basically, barking ass parrots.
Yeah. It's I started to wonder about, I think it was about 2017, if there wasn't someone in the Democratic Party that just typed this shit out, sent it to all the newsrooms, and went, "These are going to be the talking points for the day," because you would have the politicians hit the microphones, but 2 hours before the politicians hit the microphones, the motherfuckers, the talking heads, were all spewing exactly what that politician said at that microphone 2 hours later, and it was like, y'all plan this shit? And it was day after day after day. And I'm like, there's someone writing all this shit, because you watch the 3 morning shows, MSNBC, CNN, and what's the other one? I can't think. But you watch CNN and MSNBC, almost verbatim, word for fucking word.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even changing this shit up. They're not rewriting stuff. It's like they're handed a script, and do y'all have the same fucking writers? What the fuck is going on? There's no way that people in completely different organizations are going to come that close to the exact same writing.
They all get faxed the same script and told,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is fucking mind-numbing. All right, so David Pac-Man triples down with video excusing himself from victim-blaming Covenant School. Okay, we already read that tweet. Well, let's go to the video. Oops. Oh shit, it's actually going to play for me. Cool. I've been having problems with YouTube. Sorry, guys. Hang on. We'll just paste it here. Okay.
About my tweet regarding yesterday's shooting in Nashville, Tennessee, than you are about the fact that 6 people, including 3 kids, are now dead as a result of that shooting. Then we have a real problem here.
Which you fucking mocked in that tweet.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, maybe they should have prayed. Maybe they should have prayed,
Yeah. A number of people, a number of his own fans said, "Hey, David, accept responsibility and take the loss on this one. You fucked up."
And that's the reason why he deleted on his no. Like, yeah, this is fucked up right here, man.
Yeah, but then he's going to go on YouTube and he's going to explain it to everyone. He's going to justify it to everyone. Take the loss, man. Just take the fucking loss.
They can't do that. They're too fucking narcissistic.
Yeah, I know.
I support people who pray if they want to pray, praying if that's important to them, but it doesn't prevent shootings. And so when elected officials offer nothing more than thoughts and prayers, and then we have another shooting and another one, and they continue to offer nothing more than thoughts and prayers, they were the target of my ire, not the victims of the shooting.
But that ain't what you no. That's what you saying now, because you got called for the bullshit that you said earlier. This is you backpedaling and trying to make it mean something else that it didn't mean when you did it from the get-go. You were making fun of those victims. You were mocking Christianity, thinking that you were going to get fucking kiss-ass praise. But no, you got backlash, deserved backlash, and now you're trying to back. You lying sack of shit.
Shit, I don't even need to have an opinion on this one. Pat's got this. And
That's
again, you
all
want
this is. This is nothing but bullshit backpedaling and trying to say, no, I was talking about the Republicans. Bull fucking shit. Everybody read your goddamn words. You just thought that nobody was going to call you out on it.
And again, you don't want to fucking debate either, asshole. You don't want to debate. You don't. You do not want to debate on this because it's the same goddamn shit coming from your side every fucking time something like this happens. Take the guns away. Take the fucking guns away. Your religion says take the guns away. Fuck you. Yeah. Douchebag. Douchebag. You are not asking to find out what caused this. You're not asking to find out what is causing this over the last 3 decades. You only have one thing in mind when something like this happens. Let's exploit it so we can take the guns away. Fuck you. And then you're going to sit there and you're going to rail on the fucking right. I would hope so. I would hope so. Some of the shit that comes out of his mouth, I would hope so. Not saying that he should need it. He shouldn't, but I have seen some of the call-ins. He gets some crazy motherfuckers calling him in. If I were him and some of the crazy motherfuckers that call into the show, yeah, I'd own a gun and I'd know how to use it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'd have a permit to carry it if I lived in a state that you need a permit to carry it. Absolutely. Because there's some crazy motherfuckers out there, both right, left, middle. They're crazy. They're just crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and I've seen many people like Pac-Man, Yeah, they want to take away your guns, but I bet you anything he got one.
Yeah, you think Cenk Uygur doesn't own a gun? Get the fuck out of my face. I know that motherfucker. And he probably has security when he goes out in public to, public gatherings. I bet that motherfucker has security. I know that motherfucker had security when he was running for office. I know he did.
That's what gets on my nerves. All of them are hypocrites. Oh, that's why we need to take away the guns. But I bet your bitch ass got one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. These motherfuckers. It's a religion to them. Fucking
anyone who knows me knows I would never blame the victims of a mass
But that's
shooting.
what you did, bitch.
Yes, you just did, you dickhead.
But that's exactly what you did. We read the tweet. It's up there. You showed it. That's exactly what you did.
I used to respect this guy about 6-7 years ago. I had some respect for him because I honestly believe that he believed the bullshit. I don't think he believes it anymore. I think he just has figured out a way to stay monetized on YouTube and make money. I have no idea how much he's making, but back in the day when he was young and he was coming up, I actually believed that he believed it, and he would push back and he would, but now everything that comes out of his mouth is out of the playbook, is out of the script, is out of the, anybody that pushes back on him, he just says, well, I can't take you seriously. And he fucking moves on.
Yeah.
That's it.
He pulled the DeFranco because DeFranco was the same way and things like that. Until he got up in there, he started making that big time YouTube money and things like that. And he flipped because why? They told him, now you got to dance for us,
Yeah. Yeah. DeFranco.
Now you got to dance.
DeFranco is disgusting now. I mean, he's absolutely disgusting. I actually pulled his video. I think he did it 2 or 3 days after the shooting. And I pulled it because it was just like, fuck, even he is fucking going with the mainstream media on this and blaming everybody but the fucking shooter.
He has to. Because like I said, he's part of the tap dancing.
Mm-hmm. And he's trying to build a news reputation now. He's new. He covers the news. Well, fuck you. You don't cover the news. You cover the talking points that's coming out of the progressive media. Fuck off.
Yeah. See, this is why people like me and you will never make it right there because we would never sell our souls like this,
I know, right?
That's why we'll never make it big. We'll always be these small, channels and things like that. But if we will suck motherfucking, I'm saying, ultimate liberal dick like these motherfuckers are, man, shit, we'd be big time, but we're not.
Yeah, you go look at the channels that I follow. They're all small channels. like Ranting Monkey, Drunken Uncle, because they were pushing back on this shit when we said it was batshit crazy 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And did their channels grow? Monkey started to grow, and then apocalypse happened, and fuck, he got slammed.
Yep.
Everybody got slammed, and all it was,
Mm-hmm.
it was pushing back on the agenda. And look at YouTube now. The
Yeah.
only motherfuckers you see in the fucking recommended are motherfuckers that are using the talking points that they are given by the mainstream media and by the Democrats and by the progressives. That's it. And even some
Mm-hmm.
Republicans. There's some Republicans out there that are spewing the same bullshit. So it's not right and left. These motherfuckers have figured out how to get paid. Do they have a backbone? Would I trust any one of these motherfuckers? Hell no. Would I trust Pat? Absolutely, because I know Pat believes what he's saying. He doesn't do a stream unless he actually has an opinion. It's one of the reasons I love Pat's streams. It's one of the reasons I love Monkey's stream. Monkey does not put his opinion out there unless he believes it. Now, will these people change their minds if they get more information, or if the facts change, or if the facts are misreported? Absolutely. I've seen Monkey come out and go, hey guys, I fucked up. I fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have all the information. I fucked up. And you know what? I have an enormous amount of respect for that, because these motherfuckers can't even come out and say, yeah, we just flat fucked up. David is not coming out and saying, hey, I fucked up.
No.
No.
And if he tries to say, but this is why I said, he's still gonna try to justify, the bullshit he spew.
I didn't. Again, I didn't. Fuck these people. God,
It's
these
like,
people are infuriating.
I don't know. It's like I don't know. I always use the scene from Mass Effect 2. You remember like when the Vols was accusing the Quarian of stealing their credit shit, and it turned out they just left it somewhere else. And the main thing they came out to do, well, the Quarian could have stolen it. That's how these people are. Like, yeah, they fucked up, but it's like, oh, but it could have happened that way.
Yeah, it could have happened 999 other ways too, motherfucker. It just didn't. Yeah, Mass Effect. I haven't yet to play it. I downloaded it because of you, you bastard. PlayStation had it for free, all of them. And I went, hey, Pat was talking about that.
How have you not played Mass Effect?
Motherfucker, you saw me playing Batman yesterday. You think I game? Shit.
Mass shooting. Thoughts and prayers are fine, but we have to go beyond it. I took a shot at thoughts and prayers, and every parent I know.
No, I didn't already said that. You didn't take a shot at thoughts and prayers. You took a shot at the victims.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Again, Dave, just go ahead. Fucked up. I apologize.
Is feeling the fury and the anger and the frustration. I've laid out plans, detailed, to actually do something about mass shootings. 10 different points and policies, none of which by itself would solve the problem of mass shootings, but taken together in conjunction with cultural and other issues would dramatically reduce mass shootings. I get, not naive, if you're a Second Amendment fundamentalist, it's convenient and easy to go after someone like me who wants gun safety regulations. And we may not make productive progress in figuring out how to solve this problem. Maybe you're part of the group that says there will never be a solution. Mass shootings are always going to happen. They're here forever. And I was almost there for a while. And now I'm back to, we have to solve this. We have to do something about this. And as a parent myself and speaking to other parents, that fury makes a lot of sense. So we should all be mad. I'm mad, but we should be mad about the fact that at this point, as parents and community members and teachers and relatives, seeing what's happening with the deaths of children as a result of guns, taking NRA.
And that, I'm going to guess, if I go through his channel, his 10-point plan, every single video he's ever done on it, the first thing is take the guns away. All right, it's not the gun's fault. I'm sorry, that was the tool. That was the fucking tool.
Put the man in jail.
No, we can't put him in jail. I'd love to. It's the tool. It's the tool. The gun is not the fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
What caused this person is the fucking problem. It's the mentality. It's the thinking that fucking causes these goddamn kids. Shit, this one's 28 years old. This one,
Yeah, because they got indoctrinated. Now I'm saying, and they got into this fear mongering and things like that, which people who prey upon, folks like this person will basically do. They want. I'm saying they want to encourage these people to act this way and things like that. Oh, you're being targeted. You're being attacked. You're being this and that. You must protect yourself. Telling people, I'm saying, trans people need to buy guns because they're being attacked. Motherfucking, I'm saying, that. The press secretary, our hearts and prayers go out to trans people because they're being attacked. All of them are saying that right there, Trans people are being attacked. And and if you're one of these easy to manipulate motherfucking people and things like that are easy to set off, it actually believes in this nonsense, then you're going to do stuff like this right here. When people are constantly telling you, oh, you're being attacked, you're being this, you're being that. And if you're easy to but they're never going to address that. They're just basically going to use you as a way to try to push their agenda.
See, I'm glad Pat joined me today. I don't have to rant and rave as much.
Money is like taking blood money. We should be mad about the fact that a huge number of our elected officials openly say this has nothing to do with guns. Nothing to do with guns? Could it be mental health as a component? Sure.
Okay, dickhead. Then explain why this did not become a thing until the mid to late 90s. Why this did not become a more common occurrence until the mid to late 90s. Again, I grew up in the 80s. We did not have this shit going on in our schools. We did not have people shooting them up. Did not have mass stabbings. We did not have mass attacks. Did you have some gang attacks? Yeah, you did. Completely different situation though. Completely different. And some of the schools learned how to deal with it. And we knew where it was coming from. But again, we did not have this shit up until about 25, 30 years ago. So you can fuck right off with it's the guns. We've had guns in this country for our entire existence. It is not the fucking gun's fault. And don't tell me that it's the assault weapons. Fuck you, big, black, and scary. Well, I just described Pat. It's not the fucking problem. It's not.
And the thing that we have right now with these school shootings is only because look at how you are immortalizing these people.
Yes.
I'm going to be famous if I do this.
Every single fucking news article I read this week, every single one of them had the killer's picture and their name. Every single one of them. This motherfucker has been on every goddamn front page across the country, probably in the world. All right? Pat's absolutely right. These motherfuckers think they're going to be immortalized. And they are, because you keep printing their names. You keep printing their pictures. You know why? Because y'all are ghouls, man.
Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for the people that refuse to say this motherfucker's name, refuse to put the picture out there. I have a lot of respect for them motherfuckers. And they make it a point to say, we ain't saying this dirtbag sack of shit's name because he's a dirtbag sack of shit, or she is, or whatever the fuck. We don't give a fuck. We are not immortalizing this asshole for going and blowing away 3 children. We're not going to do it. But you have CNN, they sat there using the name about every 15 seconds and pointed out about every 15 seconds that this was a trans individual and that the trans community was going to eat shit for it. That's all I kept hearing out of Don Lemon. Trans community is going to pay for this. No, it's not. I'm not going to run down the street and punch my trans friend in the face.
But that's what they want. That's what they want to happen. Right. That's what they want you to do.
Yeah.
That's the difference between us and the people who they have manipulated. We're not gonna go and just we're not gonna go and punch a motherfucking transgender in the face just because this bullshit happened right there. However, if it was the opposite way of things like that, I'm pretty sure somebody on their side would basically, you know, lose their goddamn shit like that because why? That's how you got to manipulate it.
You're absolutely right, Badger. Absolutely right. If guns were the fucking problem, we'd know. We'd fucking know. And again, Pat has pointed it out. I've pointed it out. You look at the countries that have confiscated guns, fucking crime rates stayed the same, got worse. You have stabbings instead of shootings. Just fuck off. Just fuck off. It's not the gun's goddamn fault. We should be asking what in society is causing our children to behave like fucking lunatics. I'm sorry. We should not have a group of kids tearing down a fucking Popeyes or a McDonald's or a Denny's because they got their fucking order wrong. Stop. My friends and I did not go fuck up the McDonald's because they fucked up my Big Mac. You know what we did? We went, oh, that sucks. And we ate the Big Mac. If we ate in the restaurant, then we would take it back and go, hey, man, you fucked my order up. And the people behind the counter go, oh, you know what? We apologize. Here, let's get you a new burger. That's it. That was it. Fuck. We should be asking why these fucking kids feel the need to lash out like this. Why are they, you know, getting in their cars and fucking mowing someone down? Why are they fucking picking up a gun? Why are they picking up a knife? Why are they fucking, picking up a steel chair and busting it over the manager at McDonald's head? Why is that happening? Because it didn't used to happen. Fuck, David. Fuck all you douchebags that believe this shit.
And like I said, once again, this is just David just basically, trying to like like I said, basically trying to double down for so scared.
Yeah. And David does not want to backtrack. No. And look weak.
He doesn't want to backtrack. He doesn't want to apologize because he doesn't want to admit that he was wrong.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, if he had come out and said, you know what, I fucked up, I would at least have a moment of respect for the man. This, I can't respect this. I can't. Oh, fuck you, dude. Dude, you should be asking people, hey, I apologize. Accept my apology. Yes, David, I do. You fucked up. It's okay, man. We all fuck up. We all put our foot in our mouth sometimes. You just happen to stick your own foot up your own ass 3 or 4 different times in this situation.
Sure. Let's
and
deal
refuse
with it.
to admit it.
Could it be the culture surrounding firearms in the U.S.? Absolutely. That's a particular problem with the U.S., but it has something to do with guns as well. And so when is the right time to talk about that and the fact that the thoughts and prayers don't prevent shootings? Is it right after the shooting? Well, no, you're politicizing it. It's too soon. It's not okay. They haven't buried their dead. Well, is it right after the funerals? Is it in a month when they've moved on from this shooting, even though we have 1 or 2 every day, even if they don't make the news? When is it? Is it right before the next shooting?
I can't even with
so
this guy.
Listen, I tried something to avoid.
I did that. How are we supposed to have an intelligent conversation?
We know what you tried, David. No, you tried. I'm saying you tried kissing up to the liberal agenda. You mock. I'm saying you mock Christianity. You mocked them, saying you not these murdered victims.
And you're not even willing to accept that there may be another factor involved in this. It's just the guns. That's all you keep pointing at. Is guns.
Saying that, maybe they should have, maybe they should have prayed hard enough and things like that. Yeah, how you think people are going to take that?
And Badger, yeah, exactly. I'm kind of curious what his knowledge of the gun culture is, because the gun culture that I know is about safety. That's first and foremost. It is all about safety of the weapon, safety of handling that weapon when around. It doesn't matter if you're around someone or not. That's the gun culture I know. And it starts when, you have your child pick up a firearm. You are drilling into that child the safety of dealing with that weapon. It's just like when I handed a knife to Moo. I had to sit Moo down and we had to go through the checklist of shit. This is how you're going to handle this. Are you allowed to carry a knife around? Yes, you are. But these are the rules. And these are the things you have to take into consideration. And these are the things you can do and these things you can't do. And if you do anything I tell you you can't do, I'm taking that motherfucker away. Every child that I know that was raised around weapons, they're not like that asshole DA that, in Kenosha, who's got his fucking finger sitting on the trigger. I've seen 5-year-olds that have better trigger discipline than that motherfucker. That motherfucker, he's a middle-aged man. He should fucking know. He should fucking know. He didn't. Gun culture, I know that I have been around. First thing, it's all about safety. All about safety.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell me it's about, going out and shooting up a fucking school or going out and shooting. And no, fuck you. That's not what it's about. Now, do they have fun with their firearms? Shit, yes. Shit, yes. Hell, I got a YouTube channel. This motherfucker pulls out a Gatling gun and cuts a goddamn car in half. One of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Fucking beautiful. Did he do it in a safe manner? Hell yes, he did. Hell yes, he did. Because he knows the second, if there's anything wrong with that video, he knows the world's going to come down on top of him. Whether it's gun owners or non-gun owners. Then fucking gun owners probably going to come down on top of him harder if he fucks up something. So fucking tell me it's gun culture. Fuck right off.
Avoid falling into complacency. Not everybody liked it. I've been duly chastised. But how and when do we take action? I leave it up to you.
How and when do you apologize, you piece of shit?
Furious with me. If you're willing to actually talk proactively about what to do and find what can we agree on, the lowest hanging fruit that must be done to reduce shootings, I'm willing to talk to you. If you're on the side of making threats, sending me or my family threats, anti-Semitic messages, we probably don't have a lot to talk about. But anybody
this whole video,
well, of course, not one fucking apology, and I haven't seen not one goddamn threat other than your word of mouth.
Yeah.
Of course, like I said, I've gotten threats, I've gotten this, and I've gotten that, and all that right there. Like, No, this is just you not want to take responsibility for what you goddamn tweeted about, and you still ain't taking responsibility.
I don't know how he wants to have an intelligent conversation, and I don't know how you have an intelligent conversation with a person that has this mentality, that has a mentality of, I can stick my foot up the Christian's ass and blame the Christian. I'm going to blame the Christian. They weren't praying enough, this bullshit. And I'm not going to apologize when it's pointed out that I may have fucked up. But I want to have an intelligent conversation. How the fuck am I supposed to have an intelligent conversation with a man that sat there and blamed the victims? How am I supposed to have an intelligent conversation with you about a resolution to this? I can't. I'm not even going to get into the gun grabbing bullshit that you're talking about. Let's talk about blaming the victims. If you can't admit that's what you did, how the fuck am I supposed to sit down and have a good faith debate with you or a good faith conversation?
This whole point, what I'm saying, did he even own up or take responsibility of what he said? He just basically like, y'all mistook what I said right there,
It's hard to mistake because the language is pretty fucking clear. I mean, it wasn't like, it wasn't like he was using, like Mitch and I and Pat. Now, we all say, you got to watch the language. You got to watch how they frame shit. Now, you framed it exactly the way you wanted to frame it, motherfucker. And no amount of dancing is going to get around that.
Yeah.
So
he said this stuff right here. He thought he was going to get kiss ass praise from the motherfucking left and things like that. But no, you got grilled from both sides. Now you already know, like I said, even when your own side comes after you and things like that and tell you this was fucked up, you know you fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Your own viewers are telling you you fucked up. You need to. I went through the thread where he posted this, and even his own viewers were saying, delete this now. Just delete it. If you're not going to apologize, that's fine. Okay, we get it. But you need to delete this because all you're doing is doubling and tripling down.
But even when he deleted it, like I said, you know, people ain't letting them forget it because, like, hey, once it's on the internet and then people see that fuck up, you better rest assured somebody screenshotted that goddamn shit. And every time you got that remotely, you know, virtue signal or whatever and stuff like that. Yeah, remember when you said this?
Yeah,
because you know he's gonna do it in the future. He's gonna probably say something. Oh, look at this fucked up stuff that such and such said about these victims. And didn't you say this not too long ago? You know he's gonna do it.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. And he's not. The thing is, he's not gonna see anything fucking wrong with what he's doing at all.
No.
He's never gonna take responsibility for his bullshit. Ever. These motherfuckers never do. And the fact that his viewers, the people that frequent his channel were telling him, take this video down. Take it down, David. David, this video just makes it worse. It just makes you look like an even bigger piece of shit. And he basically told everybody, fuck off. Fuck off. All right. This is where you're going to stand. All right. Then don't blame us when we come for your head. And say, hey, motherfucker, you are victim blaming here. And you are trying to justify your victim blaming here. Fuck you. We can't take you seriously. Fuck off. Go away. Just saying.
Reaching out in good faith who says, hey, you know, I get that you're angry. I didn't like what you said, or at least initially I misunderstood it, misinterpreted it.
No,
maybe we can make some progress.
We didn't misinterpret nothing. We saw exactly what the hell you said, and we called you out on it. You're the only person that's sitting right here doubling down and things like that, you know?
You're the only motherfucker justifying your bullshit. You're the only motherfucker. And apparently,
I told you he was going to do that right there. Oh, you just mistook what I said.
Again, you know, if you're going to do shit like this, do it in a confusing manner so your tweet could be taken a different way. Maybe, I don't know. I don't do that shit. I speak my mind, so it comes out the way it comes out. But if you want to, you know, if you want a fallback position, maybe don't write such a clear tweet. Maybe if you're going to be a dirtbag sack of shit, I'm just saying, David, because we've seen all kinds of, you know, well, oh, you misconstrued what I was saying. And it's like, okay, if I twist myself into 12 different knots, yeah, okay, I can see what you're saying. Look, David, I could twist myself in 1,000 knots. I'm still going to see you victim blaming motherfucker. And you're never going to admit it. That's why I hate people like you. That's why I hate Cenk Uygur. Motherfucker. Every time there's a mass shooting, that motherfucker is on YouTube within 5 minutes screaming it's the Republicans' fault. That's what these motherfuckers do. They don't care. They're not looking for a solution.
No.
Shit, they get paid for shit like this.
That's why I said there are VIP sections in hell for these folks.
Yeah. I'm with you on
More
that.
than willing to hear from you and talk. I haven't given up. I almost did. But especially as a parent, how can I say, well, we're never going to solve this problem. We have to solve it, or at least try. The tweet didn't work. Okay. From what I understand, from what people of faith, including Christians, realize, that prayer alone isn't working. We have free will. Free will creates consequences in the real world for our actions or our inaction. So what else can we do? Anything we can do to...
Now, is he talking about himself? No, he's not talking about himself.
No.
And he could have gone, you know, free will, and he fucked up. No, he didn't do it.
And here's the thing about, I'm saying with Christians and Christian people like me sending out thoughts and prayers and all that right there, you know? It's like when we can't do nothing physically for them and things like that. We're letting people know that, that we're with them, like we're thinking about them in their time of need and all that right there, and there to console them the best way that we can while we try to say it. And don't think that people aren't, trying to come up. They're just that you want to happen and things like that. You, David, want to take away everybody's goddamn gun. You want to take away everybody's Second Amendment right to defend themselves and all that right there, because that's what you get paid to push and all that nonsense right there. That's what you want to do. Other people, like I said, they want to find solutions and things like that that would help prevent, that would help prevent, these shooters from even getting close to getting into schools and even causing this stuff right here. Whether it's armed security, armed teachers, and things like that. But that's what you're against. You just want to grab all the guns from law-abiding citizens and things like that. And then who's going to have the guns after that? All the politicians who asked, who wouldn't done you? But he doesn't see that right there.
Yeah, these people never do. This is a motherfucker that believes that you will be freer if we take certain rights away from you. Society will be freer. This is another motherfucker. He believes in hate speech. He believes that, there is speech out there that should be denied. And again, how the fuck you can argue against the First Amendment is beyond me. I really don't get it. But these are people that they believe that if they take their rights away, the government knows what they're doing. They honestly, again, I don't know if this motherfucker actually believes that the government is working in his best interest. I don't know. If he believes that, he's a fucking idiot. But these are the same motherfuckers that are telling us the government is going to take
the government.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm with Pat on this. But this is the motherfucker that wants to turn all the power over to the fucking government, take it away from the people and turn it over to the government and expect the government not to abuse it. Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if they take all your guns away, what do you think's going to happen? I don't know, man. History has told me Nazi Germany, the Soviet Union, China, North Korea. That's what's going to happen, and that's what I'm worried about, because as our politicians, again, doesn't matter what side of the fucking aisle, our politicians have proven they are power-hungry, greedy motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
And they will do anything to increase their wealth and their power. And if that means stepping on me, Pat, look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump, I'm tired of Donald Trump being, Donald Trump is a martyr. Look, what they're doing to Donald Trump is just asinine.
Man.
Is it right? Absolutely not. Get the fuck out of here.
And they're desperate, goddamn it, because they're using those stank ass motherfucker Stormy Daniels again.
Yeah.
Now that's just desperate right there.
Yeah, we're back to Stormy Daniels.
Using that stink ass porn stuff.
You guys are hitting the slime.
No offense against porn stars, man. Just that one.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Joe? Again, these motherfuckers, they want to take your shit away because they believe that the government is going to act responsibly. Okay, you show me one government acting responsibly right now. I'd just like to see it.
Well, like I said, that's just David appeasing to the government right there. Like, y'all, don't shoot me.
Yeah. Don't put me in the camp. Don't send me to re-education. Don't send me to the work. The chain gang. I'm on your side.
Yeah.
Fuck. The fuck out of here.
Prevent these shootings must be done. Why aren't we trying lots of the things that I've suggested that we haven't?
Oh,
tried?
Jack. Hey,
if
Jack.
we do nothing, nothing will change.
Perfect
that we
time,
can
Jack.
be sure
We're about
of.
done.
And that simply cannot be.
Do not buy solar panels if
really?
you live in one of these 11 states of America.
No. I have fucking ad block, you piece of shit. I don't know how you did it, YouTube, but I'm going through my settings, baby.
That snuck through there.
God damn it. God damn
But like I said, but doing that whole entire thing right there, not one apology, not one admission that he messed up.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And again, it's about taking shit away from you, not giving you shit.
Mm-hmm.
All about taking stuff away. Oh, well, I will accept maybe the Christians aren't wrong in some of this. And it's like, motherfucker, God damn it. This identity bullshit's got to stop. This motherfucker. I, I hold out no hope that David is ever going to change. I don't hold out hope for Uyghur. I don't hold out hope for progressive YouTube. I just don't. I just don't. Because they're getting paid. And they're getting paid well. All these motherfuckers. One of the dumbest motherfuckers on YouTube that I follow is getting paid enough to be able to sit at home and spew the most insane garbage from his fucking den. All right? He just sits in his den, spews the fucking talking points that the Democrats throw out there. Occasionally the Young Turks recognize him. He's getting paid enough to sit at home and spew nonsense and hatred. Okay? Now, you
Sounds
see
like
anybody?
Bosch and
You know where?
Hiker.
Yeah. Oh, Hassan. Jesus Christ. Hassan is just nasty. Holy fuck. I went through some of what Hassan said. I was like, I can't do this. I finally hit my limit on this bullshit. I really did. It's like, fuck, I got to stream about this. And so, yeah, here we are. But, none of these motherfuckers, all these motherfuckers, they're going to keep screaming for your rights. They're going to keep screaming to take it away, take it away, take it away, take it away. It's all about the government. The government can do this. No, the government can't. The government can't even build a goddamn bridge. You want to see what the government does? Come look at California. You come look at the roads in California. For as much as we pay in taxes on our gasoline, our fucking roads are the worst goddamn roads, probably next to New Jersey. I've heard New Jersey's got some shitty roads too. But our fucking roads, you know why? Because the government controls all that shit. And every goddamn year they want to raise our goddamn taxes on gasoline because the roads need to be repaired. You know why? Because they're not repairing the roads with the fucking money they already got. They're diverting it to a goddamn high-speed rail that they've been working on for 20 years that has cost billions of dollars that doesn't even go as far as they say it's going to go or as fast as they say. And in the end, Donald Trump called him out on it. He went, hey, motherfuckers, you're never going to be able to pay off that goddamn high-speed rail. Stop it. We are no longer going to fund that dumb shit you're trying to build out there. You know what? My governor has refired that shit since Biden took over. And Biden has come in and said, this beautiful thing you're doing. Here, let the federal government give you more money to build a rail that will never pay for itself and never do what they claimed it was going to do in the first place. That's what the fucking government does. And that's who these motherfuckers support.
Mm-hmm.
Again, both sides of the goddamn aisle, they support this shit because it makes them money and it gives them power. You fucking Cenk Uyghur is the biggest pile of shit on the internet. That motherfucker is still paying for his goddamn sports cars and his 5-bedroom fucking house off what he's spewing here on YouTube and over on Twitch. That's my rant.
Yeah, and that's what gets on my nerves right there. When you able to sell yourself right there for the love of money and all that right there, yeah, you pretty much lost. Like I said, that's the reason why people like us, like we'll never make it big time right there because we're not willing to sell our souls.
Yeah. And again, because I have kids, and I noticed that it's the people. It really surprised me with Hunter Avalon, how he had kids and then he just flipped, and it was like, wait, usually after kids, you get a little bit more conservative in your beliefs because you're looking at your kid that is like that changes your whole perspective of the world, man. Hunter Avalon blew my mind. The fact that he has kids, it's like, oh fuck, I feel sorry for those kids.
I'm saying now, especially I'm saying, when mucking them out of his hypocritical ass, oh, you should, I'm saying, you should trust pedophiles with this and that. You should trust them with your kids. And more like, yeah, would you trust them with your kids? Hell no.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Well, he's a pedophile.
I gotta go right there because you know what I'm saying. Yeah. No, you got caught. You got caught out there being a fucking hypocrite. You want, I'm saying, you want other people to trust their kids around pedophiles, but you won't do it. Now, where have we seen that before? Do as I say, not as I do.
Every goddamn politician, every asshole in Hollywood, every asshole on CNN. Yeah. Do as I say, not as I do, motherfucker. And then we call them out on their bullshit, and
They're wrong, man.
we're the bad people. We're the bad ones. David got called out. It's his detractors that are the bad people. His detractors don't want to have an intelligent conversation. Oh, bullshit, David. You don't want to have an intelligent conversation. Some of the dumb shit that's coming out of your mouth right now is the most asinine, stupid shit.
Yeah, he just wants to say something right.
Okay. I have a palate cleanser for us, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here, guys, because Pat's gotta go and I gotta start cooking dinner.
Yeah, because it's almost 6:30 and I got a book. Oh dang! Is this a thought? Is this a oh no world of thoughts?
I don't know what her face looks like, but I'm okay with the rear view. I'm just saying.
You know to use the body of a god, but a face from hell. You'd be like, oh god damn, they fine and stuff like that, and all of a sudden they turn around, god damn it, that's the Killing Joke. Ah!
Well,
damn it,
wow. Joke. He called you out for that shit.
I'm saying that because I ain't seen Joke in a while, so I got a best with him, but he's up in the chat right there.
Okay. All right. I got a picture of her. I went to her Instagram. I got a picture of her. I think we'll be accepting of this.
Don't do it.
What do you mean don't do it? Hey, man, she's a hoe. Don't get me wrong. She's a hoe.
Don't do it, Pat.
She cute though.
Oh, so she got certain angles that make her look, that make her look like she got,
You judgmental bastard.
She got certain angles. She got those amaranth angles, that make her, look like that look like she got some juicy, but it ain't nothing.
You just can't help yourself, can you? You
No,
just got to bring that bitch up.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right, motherfucker. All right, I got you. See, I think Pat's got a secret thing for amaranth. That's why he keeps bringing her up. Blends that shit on me.
You got to. I could care less about that.
Yeah.
What it was like? Look, even the hair is fake. God damn it, hell shit. You ain't Mary Jane. God damn it.
I get why the guys are attracted to her. I do. 2.1 million a month worth? No, I'm sorry. No,
that's what I'm
I don't
saying.
get it.
It's
That
like,
I don't get. Again, this one.
It's like, how do you get so desperate for coochie, man, that you throw your whole life savings at a woman that you ain't never gonna goddamn touch?
Yeah. I don't get it. Moo and I watched this girl for about 2 hours once, and she was trying to remove a stump in her backyard. That's where I found out this is one of the dumbest broads that is walking the face of the planet. She kept pouring gasoline and throwing green wood and shit, freshly cut wood on it, and wondering why it wouldn't burn after the gasoline burned off. And it was like, oh god damn it. This girl is an idiot. This girl's an absolute idiot. But people throw money at her, and I'm like, why? That's my thing. I want to understand why. And I finally come to the conclusion there's just a lot of stupid men out there.
There are a lot of dumbass simps out there, man.
Just a lot. And I think you're right. They're desperate. They're fucking desperate. And I'm sorry. I will take a life of loneliness and my money in my bank account before I start throwing money at some hoe on Twitch.
I'm saying shit.
So, all right, guys, we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
If anything, compared to these goddamn sins, shit, me and Bon Sacco got a better chance at fucking Amaranth than them motherfuckers. And they got the money, but we got the, but we got the sense not to throw our money at this ignorant ass motherfucker. That's what's gonna make her respect us even more.
Okay, I think Pat's way ahead of me on that one. I am old, dude. I'm old. You're still a young man.
I'm 44, man. Shit.
52, motherfucker.
See,
You don't want no old man. Huh? Shut up, boy. You don't have to remind me I'm turning 53. Oh, so Pat, where you gonna be next?
Oh no! Right now, like I gotta drop down make some videos this weekend for my Psycho Rick and my new my Patrick channel, which I'm trying not to change that into a wrestling channel, but I've dropped down like 3 videos about wrestling that's basically been going on that they've hit some good numbers. So I'm trying to basically, keep that like as a random thing right there. One just basically talking about, a lot of hot topics, and it's been doing good so far. And hopefully I get to the point where I can actually start interviewing people, because I've landed a couple of very popular folks on Twitter and things like that. And I'm like, shoot, I got a YouTube channel. Would you be interested in an interview? Like, yeah, set it up.
That's why Pat's one of the coolest motherfuckers. He goes out there and he gets these people to talk to him. They won't come talk to me.
Why?
Because I'm an asshole. And joke, sexy, God, you motherfucker. And man, I've had a bottle of bourbon, even with a bag over your head. You are an ugly motherfucker. The fuck out of here. I'm not saying, hey, and look, baby. I'd rather look at you than myself in the mirror. Okay, joke? Just saying. But you still an ugly old motherfucker.
After this right here, shit.
So, okay. I'll probably be on Twitch tonight if Moo doesn't stream. I think the link is in the description. I don't know. Just type my name in over on Twitch. You'll find me. And you'll probably find me like Pat did yesterday, playing Batman horribly. Which tomorrow is Batman. So I'll be playing Batman horribly. It does not help with you motherfuckers. It really doesn't help. I mean, they all come over. They give me a ration of shit about my play. They tell me I suck. I don't suck. Okay, I do. I have a lot of fun over on Twitch, guys. We don't touch the politics over there. And we just have a good time.
Yeah, right now, one Becca on Twitch.
Huh? Oh, shit. You know what? Actually, let me drop this link, because they are over on Twitch right now. Before we leave. Here, guys. Go check out One Low. Him and Becca are over there playing Dead by Daylight. So go give them a view. Say hi. Becca has not been in the mood to stream. She's been dealing with a lot of shit, man. She had to put her dog down last week. All kinds of other personal shit going on. And the fact that woman hasn't pulled all of her hair out is beyond me. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she
touch all that beautiful red hair.
No, I know, right? I know. But all the shit she's having to deal with is just in the past 3 weeks. I blew up for a weekend. I absolutely lost my shit. And she just let me go. She's like, yeah, he is having the outburst for me right now. And I'm like, you could try to reel me in. And she's like, why? I'm having so much fun watching you.
Okay. Yeah, right now I'm raiding them.
Yeah. So, all right, guys, go check them out. And we'll see you over on Twitch. I'll be over on Twitch all weekend. I don't know next YouTube stream. Again, it's just if it pisses me off, I'll talk about it. And that's if I have a channel after today. I don't know if I'm gonna have a channel, so I may have to take this one off YouTube and move it over to Rumble. I don't know. Yeah, Bonsaco 2.0. No, they take my channel. I ain't rebuilding it. No, man.
Dude, what a way to go. Then they're gonna see that. Now, where's your boy Pat at? We gotta get him next.
Yeah. Where's that motherfucker?
They'll probably get me in about 2 or 3 years.
After you have pushed the limits, they're gonna say, "Oh, that black man card that worked for about 5-6 years, motherfucker. But nope, you finally crossed the line with us. You are no longer protected."
Yep.
That's what's going to happen, guys. So, all right, guys, we're getting the fuck out of here. You all have a fantastic weekend. And thank you for listening to us rant and rave about the lunacy that's going on in the world. We do appreciate it. And we're getting the fuck out of here. I have no closing video. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Take care, folks.